Hello and welcome to FPL Have a Beer for this very special Friday night watch-along. Please like to help get the video out there, and please do subscribe. I'm on 895 subscribers. It would be awesome to hit 900 before the end of the stream. Joining me are my two very special guests, Fpl-D-Unit, who came on for the preview stream the other night, and good friend of the channel, Andrew, FPL Nightmare. How you doing, lads?
I am absolutely shitting myself.
I
cannot lie.
Me and Andrew spent a long time messaging each other before the deadline about our moves, didn't we, mate?
I just thought I'd get you demonetised in the first 30 seconds just so we don't have to worry about it later on. No, I know Gary's not monetised yet. So
yeah. Swearing stops when we get monetised. so the basic thing for this is I have got no access to any of the games. I'm not even looking at BBC Sport. Andrew's going to cover the Villa game for us throughout. So I'm dependent on these two lads basically for my news. A bit Elite FPL Steve-O-ish. D-Unit is going to cover Chelsea when it starts. So first of all, Andrew, do you want to run us through the team news or the relevant team news for FPL for Villa, Tottenham?
I will, but I'm just going to make you wait one moment.
Yes. So
just to build a bit of drama.
Yes.
While I quickly search for the team.
Yes. You can do that, mate.
I am not prepared at all.
For anyone who bought Luca Dean, I feel sorry for you. That's all I'll say.
Do you want to do the Chelsea Man United game?
I can. Look, being a Man United fan,
go on, mate.
I'm disgusted that Ruben Amorim has decided to field a full-strength lineup 5 days before a final. So this is the news for United. They're actually fielding what I would argue a very full-strength lineup. So Onana starts in goal, Lindelof, Maguire, and Luke Shaw in the back three. Then it's Mazraoui as right wing back, Dorgu at left wing back. Then it's Mount and Casemiro in centre midfield. Then it's Bruno Fernandes with Ahmad in behind Højlund. So it's literally a full-strength lineup from United. Chelsea, anyone that's interested in there, and I've got Cucurella playing this game. It's Sanchez in goal, Cucurella, Abarabao, Colwill, and James gets a start in the defence. No Chalobah, which is interesting. Neto starts with Enzo Fernandez, Madueke, Cole Palmer, and Caicedo in the midfield. No Lavia, and Tyrick George starts up front for Chelsea.
I don't know if it's just me doing it, but I've got a bit of an echo on your mic. Are you getting that, Andrew?
It sounds like distortion. I'd just quickly restart your mic.
Yeah, just a little bit of an echo, mate. So, yeah, although I did make the comment, Andrew, when D-Unit said that. I said calling that a full-strength side is a bit like calling water or shandy a full-strength lager. You know what I mean?
Well, that's it.
It's not that great. But all the main players start, though, it sounds like.
Yes, all the main players start.
That's better, mate. That's better, mate.
Your voice is sounding sexy again now, D-Unit.
You got that. You got that. The Sheilas won't be turning you down when you got your voice like that, mate. Andrew, do you want to give us the Villa team news? Any shocks?
Yes, there is. You've got Martinez in goal.
Nice.
You've got Cash, Concert, Pau Torres, and Martson at left back. Martin's at left back. The other three are just the rest of the defence. They're not playing 4 left backs. Then you've got Kamara and Onana. What's his name in midfield? Then you've got Rodgers, McGinn, and Asensio in the attacking slots with Ollie Watkins leading the line. And Spurs, you've got Kinski, Spence, Danso, Davis, Region. Didn't even realise he still played for them. And you've got Archie Gray.
I thought he moved a couple of years ago.
Well, who knows with this game nowadays. And you've got Archie Gray and Sarr Holding. You've got Moore, whoever he is. I don't think it's Craig Moore, Australian defensive legend. But if it is, it might be. I think it may be Mikey Moore. I'm not sure. Maybe Mikey Moore.
I remember him from Football Manager.
I remember him from. Didn't he do them documentaries about like McDonald's and stuff?
Yeah, that's his part-time job.
And then there's Odebear, Hyunmin Son, and Matthias Tell up front.
Matthias Tell.
So yeah, it's a bit of a hodgepodge team from Spurs, but Big Ange said to go for that. But I'm not convinced that makes it easier for Villa because like what you've got is a bunch of players desperate to impress before a big cup final. You know, if this Odebear scores 3 goals, are you really going to drop him? You know, for Richarlison?
I'd drop him for the pigeon.
Just a stat come up on the screen. Heung-min Son is the top all-time scorer for an away team at Villa Park with 6 goals.
Oh, Watkins with an early shot.
Okay, that's good. We were talking beforehand about his lack of shots and lack of XG, so at least he's having a go.
Pretty tame shot.
So just say hello to some people in the chat. Hi to Colm. Hi to Trig saying it's nice to be watching for a change rather than being on with me. What does he say? Who on Wednesday said Tottenham would start a full-strength team? Was it the Rouge Shagger? Yes, I'll say it definitely was the Rouge Shagger. And yep, and Roberto is saying even though all my assignments submitted, I'm getting them done graduating in September. Yes, congratulations. Thank you for sending me the link to the documentary earlier on. I was in one of Roberto's documentaries, so that was nice. So, should we have a look while we're early on in the game? Should we have a look at our teams and what we're doing? Do we want to do well and stuff like that?
Might as well.
Might as well. All right, so let me just share screen. Don't usually do this bit live, but hopefully it'll work.
Ooh, the pressure. So what time are you on D-Unit?
It's 2:38 in the morning, so yeah.
And this is what 3rd hour of streaming today?
Yeah. It's I mean, I don't mind. I will be watching the football anyway because Man United are playing. I'm a sucker for punishment, and I'm expecting a loss. I'm expecting injuries. I'm expecting Spurs to probably do us on Wednesday now as well.
I recognise that team.
That's yours, mate. That's yours. Do you want to talk us through it? And of course, your moves were massively inspired by blocking a certain gladiator, were they not?
In theory. Right, so I'm a team for anyone listening but not looking at the screen, and I don't know why you wouldn't when you've got someone as ruggedly handsome as D-Unit in his sleeveless top. Matches Steve-O for the guns.
And me.
We all love you, Gary.
It's not in that way, I know. Get on with your team.
We've got Raya in goal, Big Dan Burn in defence with Munoz and Gvardiol. And then I've got Rodgers, Salah, Mbeumo and Bowen in midfield with Cunha, Isak and Watkins up front. My captain is Flying Brian Mbeumo, which, you know, I'm actually a bit in two minds as to why I did that. Because what I've done is I've taken a hit to remove Saka and Wissa to get in Watkins and Rodgers. And the reason for this is because if you've been following my videos, you'll be aware that I have a long-standing issue with Aston fucking Villa. They have been the scourge of my running, and they have absolutely... I was 93 points clear of my mini-league. It's down to 31 at the start of play tonight. Now, it was 35, but I obviously took that hit. But Aston Villa, honest to God, I'm not going to get into it. You can go to my channel and watch my highly entertaining and emotional videos get caught up in the story.
Just say congrats on your first 1,000 viewed video this week as well, mate.
It's about time, like. Yeah. I've been putting all this effort in for your amusement, viewers, and I don't even get 1,000 views until game week 37 when my ass has dropped and I'm almost in tears.
You're supposed to kiss their ass now and say thank you so much for.
Everyone came for the tears.
Obviously, my video content is highly targeted for only the best viewers. And if you're watching it, you're one of the best viewers. You're one of the most special people in the FPL community. I don't want a casual crowd. I want the elite.
You want the elite. So So was your moves mainly to? I'm a bit surprised because a lot of people were talking about bringing Saka in this week. Was it largely just to block Gladiator? Didn't you say you'd reached out to him? So Gladiator is for anyone who's not a fan of FPL Nightmare or hasn't watched him. What are you doing? Go and watch him. Largely is around a rivalry in a mini league, and you actually reached out to Gladiator, didn't you, to see if he was, even though he outpsyched you last week.
You're absolutely ruining the hook for my next video with that big reveal there, Gary. Now I'm going to have to think of another angle to attack. But I suppose the deal with the devil, with the Aston Villa, yeah. So my point was, I'm rambling a bit here. You'll have to start calling me Roberto. But yeah, my point was, because I used my free hit last week I thought last week Haaland and De Bruyne leaked to start. I've got a free hit. I can attack last week or I can defend this week. And I thought, if I've got a free hit and I don't bring in Haaland and De Bruyne and they go and score like 35 points, I'm going to feel stupider. So I went for the attack. It's blown up in my face. Everything's gone wrong. And now I've been left with 5 players in Newcastle versus Arsenal. And this is hard for me at the best of times because that's a tough game. But I'm a Newcastle fan and I want us to win. And that distorts how I look at the game. So it was a very big challenge into what to do. Now, Raya, I've had to keep because it's Raya over Bruggen. And don't get me started on Verbruggen. He is also in my bad books and he's not too big to go over my knee. Bart Simpson. I'll be Homer choking him like. So basically, I thought Watkins is the best attacker this week. I did it because it's Watkins or Palmer, and I thought Watkins, Aston Villa, they've hurt me too much, and Spurs have been problematic in recent weeks. And then you had Amorim say he wants his players to have fluidity and to be sharp, and then you had Big Ange say, I'm terrified of them getting injured, so I'm going to play the reserves. So I thought, I'm going to target Villa rather than Chelsea. So that meant I'm going to have to, make my peace with the team that have destroyed my season. But that's all right, because now they've got a chance to redeem themselves. They've hurt me so long. But it's like when you're with a woman that's wrong for you. Every now and then she gives you the look and you think, maybe tonight's the night. Maybe this is where it all turns around. Maybe it'll be different this time. I am a sucker for a bad boy, and I've gone for Rodgers and I've gone for Watkins, and I'm just hoping they treat me right this time. And we all know what the outcome will be, and you'll be able to watch it live tonight as my heart breaks as this game develops.
Nice one.
I feel like I've done a proper Roberto there, not actually answered the original question. Oh, Saka, yeah. I sold Saka because I needed the money. I did not want to sell Cunha because my rival had him. And I just didn't want to sell Isak because he's the greatest striker in all of world football. And I think he'll score. I just do. But, yeah, my rival brought in Wissa after I took a hit to sell him. So, that's obviously going to be the narrative for the next video now.
Mm. We won't go too much into your next moves because we'll do that on the stream on Wednesday, which you'll be joining me for, hopefully. But would you think about getting Saka? Because he's probably going to be the best captain for Salah or someone.
Do you think?
Well,
everyone says
the models are great.
The models, you might as well ask Naomi Campbell.
I was just about to make that joke.
I'm not thinking about Saka captain next week. I'm going to bring him in probably on free hit, but I don't really have to. Oh, hell. Tottenham almost scored.
I don't mind that because I got Martinez in goal. It's been my
Son just had a really good effort. Son just had a really good effort then.
So you don't think Saka then?
Well, I'm going to have him, but I feel like Salah in that home game against Palace. I feel like Salah's just going to. Liverpool surely turn it on the final day. Like, they're getting the trophy. I remember when United have won trophies before and they get presented on the final day. They always put on a show. So I just feel like I feel like a Salah versus Saka. I'd be more inclined to go for Salah than Saka. But I could be tempted by a road captain, like a Martinelli, like a Trossard if he's actually fit. That could be a really good differential, and not many people are going to take the risk on it.
Fair play. Just say hello to a few more people in the chat. FPL Hippie in the house. Hi, mate. Alex Volo, Trig, is he saying anything interesting? Liked your video today, Trig, going around zooming in on young ladies' bottoms and so on. I said to Steve earlier in a voice note, I think because Trig's a slightly older gentleman, he could probably get away with it. If Steve-O brought out a video where he's going zooming in on younger women's bottoms, he'd probably get arrested.
Martinez with a big save.
Can I just say, I watched a video from Nick Triggerlips last week, and he was going on at Andy North of the Black Box. Oh, can't watch the Black Box anymore. Andy North is puerile. It's innuendos everywhere you look. And then I put Triggerlips on this morning while having my cocoa pots and coffee, and he's zooming in on women swimming in the sea. He's zooming in on women's asses as they walk the dogs. I'm thinking, you can't get more puerile than this. At least Andy North only hints at these things.
The funny thing was he zooms in.
Trigger goes the whole hog. And then I watched Steve-O's video and he's all like, oh, FPL, it's a bit like porn. Sometimes you need to break the addiction. And I'm like, what is going on in the FPL community this week? Everyone's heads have gone.
The thing that made me laugh is Trigger. He zooms in on the boat, but then he goes, "We can't have any of that, peeps, can we?" It's he realises he's making a video rather than doing what he usually does. I'm guessing when he goes through all. But anyway, sorry,
I did thoroughly enjoy Trigger's video this morning. I think the search for clues for captaincy should be a recurring series. And if Trigger doesn't do it again, I might rob it myself next season.
Yeah,
I like it.
I also love Steve.
Fantastic.
I also love Steve-O's one that today when the sheep went bar and he went, "What's that you say, Captain Ollie Watkins?" he made a sheep sort of, general conform. Anyway, should we have a look?
Are you a sheep or a follower?
Should we have a look at the units team?
I'm a shepherd.
And I'm a shearer.
Here we go. Do you want to read it out and then let us know what moves you made? I can read it out if you can't see it.
All right. Oh, this is me. Yes, this is me.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was getting too excited watching the game. So, look, the deadline was a really weird one. I was so torn between a -4. Like, obviously, I'm free hitting 38. So this week was literally just a punt, and I haven't even gone for a punt. I've literally treading water with this move. And I said to everyone on stream, and this is why Andrew's probably kicking himself right now, because if you're going to bring in Watkins and you're taking a -4, with him being over 100% effective ownership, you really just need to captain him. And I never really considered Watkins as a captain because it's the first game of the weekend and I hate captaining someone in the first game of the weekend. It's like one of my pet hates because you're sitting there stressed in that first game, and then if they blank, then you're literally sitting through 9. Okay, they almost scored. Rogers almost scored, but he didn't make contact. Back to the thing. Andrew was almost very happy then because that would have been a very good outcome for him.
I'll be happy in about 60 seconds when my stream catches up with your TV. Well, I won't be happy because you missed.
Oh, it was a great save. Kinski, actually, that was a great save, actually. So that was actually a very good finish. It's just the keeper was up to it. Back to the team. So, look, there was I weighed up bringing in Palmer. I weighed up bringing in the Vardy party. And, like, I sat there and I looked at the expected goal odds and Watkins and Haaland are on 0.79 expected goals for the game week. Then it was Vardy party down at 0.5. And then I flicked it to the card and the card came up with Watkins and I was like going, and like part of me is like going, yes, I want to make sure I definitely finish in the top 10K being 6,351. I was like, if I bet against Watkins and Vardy sucks, gets booked and gets a 1-pointer and Watkins gets like, say, 9 points, all of a sudden I'm probably looking at trying to play my free hit to make sure I get back inside the top 10K rather than how high inside the top 10K can I finish. So I think that kind of came into it, but it is a very boring strategy. But then I also thought, I've also got differentials anyway. Like not many people have Kukurea, and I'm kind of concerned that United have fielded a full-strength team, but I'm pretty happy with that move. Guardiola, Munoz, most people are going to be playing them if they have them, so they're not doing much for me. I went and Buemo captain, and I had it on Haaland, But then I was thinking leading up to today that it is a bit risky putting it on a Man City player in case they get injured in the FA Cup. So for that reason, I think I was quite happy when the card said Mbeumo captain over Haaland. So I ended up going with that. Salah, you've got to play him. I mean, Liverpool on the beach, but I think comparing Kluivert to Salah starts every day for me based on the fixtures. Sade, I'm pretty happy with triple Brentford attack this week. Like they've scored 4 goals in their last 2 home games, 4 against United, 4 against Brighton. I'm expecting, judging from the fact that Fulham conceded 3 against Everton last week, I can't see a reason why they can't put a few goals past Fulham. And in that case, I think I've got the assets who are probably going to be scoring them all in the team. So I'm pretty covered there. Bowen's got Nottingham Forest. Again, I don't think that's a bad fixture for him. And then I've got Haaland. Like Haaland's the great differential. He's still stupidly low owned at my rank. If he actually shows up and performs to half a decent level and gets at least a goal, I'm going to be pretty happy. Because essentially it's Haaland versus Isaac for me in my team this week. So I kind of back Haaland more against Bournemouth than I do against Isaac against the Arsenal defence. So pretty happy with that.
Nice one, nice. Just a couple of people in the chat. Hi to John. And Steve was just saying he's already regretting not captaining Haaland.
Steve-O!
Who did he captain? Who did Stevie O captain?
I don't know. Still, he put a
Watkins, didn't he?
And probably. I think that's who he was going to captain. Yeah, please, as coaches, please do give a like in the chat to help get out there. All right, let's have a look. Yeah, and Mbeumo captain. The only thing is, you've both bought Watkins in and not captained him. It seems almost pointless to me to have bought him in and not captained him. Like, if you were going to... You know what I mean? It seems like half in, half out.
What I would say is that it's a different situation if you're trying to win a mini-league as to trying to win the overall ranking. Now, Watkins, I think he's probably got the most potential of a striker this week. And I actually didn't think that my rival would be able to get to him without a hit. So that's why I took that little gamble. Yeah, he misses out on the OR with not captaining him. Maybe it doesn't help me, but it does protect any damage if he gets like 15 points, which is not looking likely right now. But so there was that. But on Mbeumo, I always prefer captaining.
By the way,
I always prefer captaining a midfielder because they get more points. But also, in all this hype about, Jamie Vardy, it's his last match. I mean, Leicester have been terrible. Brentford have been fantastic this season. Mbeumo has been an attacking machine, and it's most likely his last match for Brentford at the G-Tech because he's going to be going to Pastures New in the summer. So I think if the narrative about Vardy is it's his last match in front of the fans who love him, the same narrative applies for Mbeumo, and Mbeumo's just better.
Coming to us, isn't it? Coming to Newcastle.
Let's hope so.
So.
Either him or Cole Palmer. Take Cole Palmer as a second. Second choice.
Wouldn't mind Cole Palmer either. Yeah. I've captained in the last 2 weeks though in Mbeumo, and he's been lucky to get those.
Third time's a charm.
Well, yeah. All right, let's have a look at Steve-O and Trig are going to suck each other off about their walking videos in the chat. Save it to the preview on Wednesday.
Pardon? That's puerile, Gary. That's puerile. I won't be watching this show anymore.
You've already got me demonetised with your early swearing, mate. So.
Oh, where's D-Unit gone? It's just me and you, Gary. It's a good job I came on the stream now, isn't it? Otherwise, you'd be stranded on a desert island.
Yeah, see, he might pop up again. His internet did seem...
I'm sure he'll be back.
When he was doing his deadline stream, his internet did seem a bit choppy. He went,
maybe
the little circly thing. The only thing is, I have to keep it like this now, or I won't be able to see when he pops up again because I have to add him into the chat. So
it looks fine to me. Now we can have commentary on Aston Villa versus Spurs from like 90 seconds delayed.
Who's doing? Before we have a look at my team, who's doing the better of the 2 teams so far?
I'll be honest. I've been looking at my camera, talking to you two while I'm watching the match. But I don't know. It seems pretty even, if I'm honest. Like half the time I look up and it's Spurs on the attack. Half the time it's Villa. Spurs seem to have had the better chances, but they've both had chances. And to be fair, if Spurs score, it's not necessarily a bad thing if you're loaded up on Aston Villa assets because they're going to have to attack. But this is another problem with me bringing in 2 Aston Villa players. I want them to lose because I want Newcastle to have as little pressure as possible. And if Villa lose, like we're pretty much there, really, because obviously Chelsea and Forest have to play each other. And that, I mean, Newcastle pressure's off a bit.
If we beat... Who's back? If we beat... Oh, mate, you all right?
Yeah, my internet died. I don't know what happened there. That was really
you've dropped in the rankings now, D-Unit. You're below me and I'm in the middle.
You're going up, mate.
Your internet was dropping out a little bit during the deadline stream. Your deadline stream because I got a little circly thing a few times.
This bloody Starlink, I tell you, mate, they're unreliable, but it's better than the broadband out in Kalgoorlie. So it's one of them things. Unfortunately, some nights I don't know if it's at night time. I don't know if it's cloud cover. Bloody Elon Musk needs to sort out his satellite arrays.
Maybe it's that raw animal magnetism you exude, D-Unit.
Yeah, the internet can't cope with it. All right, let's have a look at my team.
I was like, this is normally when I get a thing like that, that means a goal's going in and I've missed the goal and I get really annoyed. I'm like, God, come on, hurry up.
Well, it might still have done how far my stream's behind. We'll find out in a minute.
What minute have you got on your stream?
Just turning 26 now.
I'm a good half a minute in front of you then.
No. It's fine. It's fine. You can ease for the first half. I'll let you take charge.
Have you been keeping a close eye out enough on the game, D-Unit, to give us like a rough summary of how it's been going?
I feel like Villa are playing very nervy, and Spurs probably could have had a goal, but then Rodgers definitely could have had a goal. Kinski made a great save. I think Villa looked pretty good going forward because Tottenham's defence looked garbage, but going forward the other way, Tottenham looked like they could nick a goal here as well.
Okay. All right.
And Matty Cash has been booked, so anyone that bought him Matty Cash, he's currently on a yellow card.
No one bought him Matty Cash, did they? Surely.
Well, if you bought him in over Luca Dean, you'd be probably pretty happy right now, except he's got a yellow card.
He was quite popular a few seasons ago, wasn't he? Cash.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I actually had him for a long time, I think like 2 years ago, before Emery. He was a brilliant asset. Under Dean Smith, he returned massively.
He got that 27-pointer in a double game week, didn't he? And then everyone thought, oh my God, this is like the new Cafu. But then he hasn't really done anything since. Yes. It's like he had one incredible double game week and his entire career is made off the back of that. And he was the Sessignon of 4 years ago.
And he's Polish, isn't he? He plays for the Poland team, but he sounds completely English. I
think his mother's Polish or his grandmother or something.
I saw him. He went on that Stephen Hendry. I don't know if you guys probably not. Stephen Hendry's got a thing where he plays like snooker with celebrities, and he went on there and he's like, "Yeah, I play for Poland." And I was like, "Mate, you're from Birmingham or something." I don't know what his accent was. definitely didn't sound Polish.
Speaking of Stephen Hendry, his book is the most boring book I've ever read.
Watkins with another shot, but another save.
Give me some good news, D-Unit. Some good news. I've bugged my entire season on this, and it's just bad news all the way.
Well, to be fair, have you looked at Gladiator's team yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Has he got Watkins?
Yeah, he's got. Well, I started Dan Burn. He started Dan Burn and Pope. So now I want Dan Burn to concede. So that's a bugger. He has started out Nori, who I almost brought in because I knew he'd start him because of his team. And I thought that's a good defensive move. And now he's brought in Wissa. I kind of wish I had. He's got Alanga and he's got Pope. Oh, I can't remember. People don't care about this. If they want to find out what's going on, you're giving away the storyline to my video, Gary.
I'm just asking questions. You're giving away the story.
There's 6 players difference between our teams and 31 points in it. It's the most enthralling, daredevil comeback you'll ever see in FPL, and I'm hanging on by a thread. And if you want to know if I can do it, come over to the FPL Nightmare channel sometime next week and find out the next thrilling installment.
Yes, do that indeed. All right, let's get on to my team.
I reckon. Sorry, one second. I reckon that we're gonna sit there on this week's video. It's gonna be Andrew with like a 10-point lead, literally hanging on by like his fingernails. It's gonna be like squeaky bum time on the video.
And then I'll have to take a hit to get Saka back in as well. So that'll be 6 points. Do you know what it is, right? Do you know what it is? This is my greatest fear. And I have been considering live streaming the final day just to like play out the tension in real time. And then I've got this image in my head, and I've got Isak, and it's stoppage time, and Isak has a penalty, not just to win me the League of Gentlemen, but to get Newcastle into the Champions League. And he's up against Jordan Pickford, who hates Newcastle. And I've just got this image in my head of being on stream while it's Pickford versus Isak for all the marbles. And I just don't know if I can cope with it. I think to myself, whatever happens, it'd probably be the most viral clip I'll ever get if that happened. But I just don't think it's not the views aren't everything. Sometimes you've got to prioritize your sanity, like. But
I'll pick.
I don't know.
I'll pick one little elephant in the room, Andrew. In that video, I do believe you said 2 FPL legends told me to hold my free hit in Stevo and Triggerlips, where I think you'll find the main proponent of that argument may have been one FPL have a beer. Just saying.
Are you saying you're a bigger legend than Triggerlips?
I am not saying that. I'm just saying who gave you that advice? Who gave you that advice? Anyway,
I actually don't believe I named any names.
Well, you did.
Maybe I was talking about you, Gary.
I rewound that bit of the video 17 times just to check.
I bet you did.
That you got it.
In the words of the great Meatloaf, don't be sad because 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
All right, let's have a quick run through my team. So Martinez. Yeah. So I think I'm possibly the most heavily invested. Or have you got Martinez in goal as well, Andrew? You haven't. I am. So I'm really stocked up on Villa. So I've got Martinez in goal, back 3 of Kivior. Not very. Oh no, he's got Southampton, so that's not too bad. Kilman against Ipswich. Come on. Finally get me a clean sheet. Garvadio. Eze, I think's more likely to start than Sarr, so he's in there.
Hold on, is this week or next week?
Oh, sugar.
Hold on. You was looking at Ipswich this week. I was like, what's going on here?
Do you know once I've actually gone in, I'm a lecturer and I've done a 15-minute lecture. This was when I was quite busy and it was the completely wrong lecture, and someone stopped me halfway through and said, Gary, this is a biological psychology, not social psychology. Don't even call them out on that one.
I was tempted to let you keep going, but I was like, I wonder if you'd pick it up that like, hold on, Arsenal aren't playing Southampton this week. They're playing my team.
Hi, to Kevin there in the chat. Yeah, all right, so Martinez, well, it's actually the same players. Eze, Salah, and Burmo, Rodgers, and then Watkins, Visser, and Isaac. Well, as I said on the preview stream, my moves were either going to be Eze to Palmer or Saka, or my moves, to Watkins. And I mean, the upside differential play was definitely Palmer, but there's just so much going on about Watkins. So my goal is to get in the top 100k. I'm 11 points off. And I'm like, do I need to go that differential? I don't think I do. I think I can leave that to last day of the season. If I go Watkins and it goes wrong for everyone. I've still got a chance in game week 38. If I go Palmer and it goes wrong, it's season over and I've got no reason really to care about the final game week. So I boringly went Watkins and captained him. Although the fact you two haven't captained him does give me some faith that he's maybe not going to be that highly captain. We'll have a look at the live ownership in a minute. But did you say it's like 107% the unit? Not too high.
Yeah, I saw the stats on Twitter about 113% effective ownership for Watkins this week, which is insane considering last week he was about under 10.
But also considering within the FPL community this week, you'd have thought everyone would have captained him, wouldn't you? So it's not bad.
Boomer's actually a little bit higher.
Well, let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Which I thought was interesting.
No.
Okay. So assuming this is updated, so just looking at the captain, anyone over 100%. So we've got Salah on. I'll go with the top 10k effective ownership. Which one's that? Is that white or the green one? All right, it's the white one. So and Burmo is on 118%. Salah on 101. Watkins on 116. So I'm guessing
there's not much in it.
Still the highest owned captain. Palmer, who of course a lot of people were talking about captaining, but his effective ownership's only 60%. So he's definitely the differential captain.
A lot of them will be dead teams as well.
Probably the Salah captainers will be dead teams, wouldn't they?
I don't know. I mean, Brighton are quite a porous defence, really. They've conceded quite a lot of goals recently, so I think a few people will go safe with Salah, but...
Salah 93% last week. Unbelievable. That's the first time under 100% he's been in, I can't even remember how long.
But it's nice to actually be able to clear him on. I mean, even though we wouldn't have got much from the points, like every single week he's in your team, and unless you captain him, which I haven't done that much recently, yeah. Well, I'm actively, sometimes he's been 160, 170%. I'm actively booing any return he gets. You know what I mean? Because it's hurting my ranks. So, Gavardio's very highly. I'm looking at 95%.
The Gladiator does not have him.
So, mate?
That's interesting. What's the 60% ownership in the top 10k? I thought it would have been higher.
Yeah, I bet you probably. It's not that. Saliba's only at 12.
Isaac's dropped quite a bit as well. Isaac, what's he down to? 56?
56% for Isaac.
I bet because a lot of people have sold him for Watkins, wouldn't they?
Mad. That's unbelievable. That is a huge sell.
That's exciting for me.
Well,
a
lot of people couldn't afford.
I need something because I dropped down to 69% after 69k after me hit. Like my season has gone down the panner. 35k at the start of play last week, and then I took my free hit. And if I'd got it right, I would have been top 10k, but I didn't get it right, and now I was 59k. Now I'm down to 68k, and it's like, how am I meant to make a career as a content creator next season if I can't even cling on to the top 100k?
Shut up.
I need me ranker. Unless I make my entire persona about how bad I am, and I don't really want to do that. Because I want to be good. I'm trying my best to be good, and it's just gone wrong.
Maybe next season the journey can be the play for the ultimate wooden spoon of the League of Gentlemen.
Next season, I'm hunting Praz. I'm going Praz hunting.
What rank's he on at the moment?
Top one in my heart.
Probably top 10k knowing him, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he's slightly above me.
I think he's 3.8 thousand. 3.8 thousand, because he was saying he's too far off the top 1k to really get there, he thinks. But he went with Watkins captain because he wanted to catch his mini league rival, who I believe is Ben Krellin, who went Palmer. So Praz was saying in his team video yesterday or today or whenever it was. But I do like Praz.
Question for you, lads.
No, he's good.
I don't know if you saw this one, but Greybeard put. Do you know what the great and good is, D-Unit?
Yeah, how come you haven't nominated me, Gary? Think of the videos I could make if I was in that league. Think of the videos. In fact, everyone, go to Greybeard's Twitter and nominate me for the great and the good.
You know what?
The great, the good, and the gobshite.
It's basically a league that's run by a guy called FPL Greybeard, the unit. And it's basically got all the big content creators and all the best managers in the world, hasn't it, Andy? So it's got like Mark Southerns, Fabio Borgia. I don't know, who he is, widely considered to be the best. Well, at least he was until recently. Harry, all those lot, and I think it must be a nomination system. So he asked for nominations today, and the person that seemed to be winning was Baker from Above Average FPL. But you're not allowed to nominate yourself, or influence other people to nominate you. I'm only joking about that. Andrew, who do you have in there?
Who would I put in? Heskebo. He's not on Twitter anymore. He's on the Blue Sky though. I think he's called Tom. I can't remember, but he was quite big. He's mates with Andy Martin. He was quite big in the community on Twitter, and then I think he got a load of shit and stopped posting. But he's on Blue Sky and he's a good cracker, and he's a bit maverick. He goes his own way and he's doing really well. I think he's like 3,500 or something. So he was my nomination, mainly because I just wanted to get him back in the community a bit more and get him back in people's minds, because he was always quite a. He's a good manager, and I just, nice to be remembered by people, I think.
Yeah, fair. What is Blue Sky? I've heard about it, but what is it?
It's the woke Twitter. I like it, but it's not as active, I would say. That's where FPL Hippie, if he's still in the chat, that's where he posts on Blue Sky. Yeah. It's basically what Twitter used to be. It's made by the same people that originally made Twitter. But it's not as active as Twitter or X.
It's basically lefties like me who got pissed off of going on Twitter because of Elon Musk. Yeah, so I mean, I've still got 2 accounts, but you can't really have an FPL channel or any sort of content channel without having a Twitter account, can you? So
yeah, well, I learned that. I've realised how many more views you can get by just posting random crap on there.
How's the game looking, by the way, guys?
Pretty boring the last 10 minutes. Pretty boring.
It's looking like I've messed up the mini league.
I'm starting to think that the Vardy party was actually the right call.
Andrew,
there's still time.
For fun, could we have a look at the League of Gentlemen mini league?
Nope.
You
can see that exclusively on the FPL Nightmare YouTube channel.
I've got to ask, so there's first and second, but where's third? Is third completely out of the picture? There's no chance of third coming into it?
Actually, I noticed this just before when I was checking the live ranks and stuff. He is 64 points behind.
Oh, he's got no chance.
Yeah, but he's just triple captain Watkins. So now, it's like there's pain everywhere I look. Whatever I try and do, it's just pain. I've fallen in with the bad crowd, and now they're just bullying me.
So it's part of you's going, I want Watkins to score because I took a -4 and second place doesn't have him. But if Watkins goes absolutely massive, third place might actually become second place. And now I'm like, oh, crap.
Yeah, but no, I think I want Watkins to score. I want him to get 5 goals. But then
if he gets 5 goals, third place will be in front.
Well,
we'll say 3 goals in a 3-3 draw, and then that works out best for everyone.
It's not going to be bad for your overall rank, is it?
I just want points. I've had so many weeks recently where I've barely got any points except from Gvardiol, who everyone's got, and it's like, what's going on? When's it my turn? Surely it's my turn. I can't. Oh my god. Like Munoz, I've had Munoz since my wild card. Free hit him out last week, and then he gets the points. I've had him, and he's getting 1 point, 2 points, -1 points in a double game week. And it's like, what's going on? Why am I getting all these great players and they're doing naught for me? Oh, it's just frustrating. It's a tough game,
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Villa have done a lot more attacking the last 10 minutes, but it hasn't been carving Spurs apart.
No, I think Spurs are playing quite defensively for a big Ange team. Of course, he starts deploying defensive tactics when I need them to concede. Of course he does. It's like they've brought in Tony fucking Pulis or something.
I literally couldn't believe the other day when I saw that they were 16th and 17th. I heard someone say it and I thought that was a joke. you couldn't.
Do you want to know what I think it is? I think the reason why Amron has fielded a full strength team is because he wants to finish 16th. Like, why else? Why else would you bother? Like, Spurs are clearly quite happy finishing 17th. Like, Ange doesn't care. He doesn't give two shits. If he wins a trophy, he's like, who cares? I won.
I think if Spurs win, Big Hans fucks off it and be, like, quite smug about it. I told you I'd always win in the second season, all that, and then he just goes off into the sunset. Maybe back to Celtic when Brendan Rodgers leaves.
Yeah.
D-Unit, the Chelsea game should just be starting.
Yes, it is. I'm going to flick it
over to your beloved Man United.
Yeah, so all your Aston Villa updates are going to be 90 seconds delayed from now on.
This is when the pain begins, boys. This is when the pain begins.
This is when we find out. This is when we find out, Andrew, the goals from the chat. Hopefully, if there are any, a minute before you actually see them.
It's where I glance over and read Watkins' red card. But it's all right because even if it goes wrong, I've got Mbumo as captain.
Same.
So, hedging the bets a bit.
I'm kind of hoping for a Kukurea 15-pointer in this game. Huge differential in the top 10K is Kukurea.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for a Man United win. I just want Newcastle to get into Europe, into the Champions League.
I'll take a 0-0 draw. 0-0 draw will be brilliant in this game.
Yeah.
So what do we need? What do we need from the last two games? Don't we only need a win? One win.
Well, Aston Villa could score like 18 goals and overhaul us on goal difference, but it looks like they could play for 18 years and not score the way this bloody match is going. Now I've cursed them. Got them in my team. Oh, we don't want to score goals anymore. We'll grind out 6th place.
Do let us know you're captained in the chat, by the way. Steve-O's saying, "Is ever welcome to my world." I don't know if he's referring to me there doing a watch-along stream as the host, or if he's talking about the captaincy. Form suggested a tight game, i.e. 1-0 to Villa. We all know how much Steve-O judges things on past form. What do you think's the most important thing, lads, you look at when you're trying to predict a game? Current form, past fixtures, what do you reckon? What do you put most into?
When I was trying to work out who I was going to buy this week, I looked at the reverse fixture, and ironically, Jamie Vardy had the best reverse fixture out of all the assets I was even looking at captaincy. Like, Brian Mbeumo blanked against Fulham in the reverse fixture. Erling Haaland blanked against Bournemouth in the reverse fixture. Watkins blanked in the reverse fixture against Spurs. Like, all these players played 90 minutes. They all blanked except Salah. Salah returned against Brighton, but that was the only one that played at home. Vardy, all the rest played away. So like, part of me was like going, the stats kind of say, and the romantic in me just fought Vardy, but I just kept on thinking Spurs are going to field a second string team. Like, surely they get spanked. Surely they get spanked. And at the moment, they're going to go in at halftime 0-0.
Do you feel like you bottled it a bit, or?
Yes and no. I mean, like, my aim at the start of the season, as I said, was to finish top 10K, and bringing Watkins in to protect against a massive hole made a lot of sense.
D-Unit, this is Astrid. She doesn't like it when I sit down on computers, so she keeps jumping up. I think she wants some food.
Glad you found
Mad Wakey is just Mr. Sitter. He's Mr. Sitter. Cole Palmer would have had an assist.
I must say, I'm disappointed you've learned how to pronounce his name, because I watched one video and he said, "Oh, bloody hell, how do you pronounce that? Madoik?" It still makes me laugh now. I can't get it out of my head.
I'm going to do a trigger.
That was a ball from Palmer. That was a ball from Palmer. Palmer's ball just split United's defence apart. To split him. But he's ballooned it.
Combs, a few people commenting on who they're captained. Finn Shea is saying, Mbumo and going to the Vardy party, no Watkins. Trigger saying 1-0 will be okay as long as Watkins scores. And Combs saying, I captain sheep. So Watkins, I think. Well, I'm glad you found your cat, Trigger, as well. I think I must be one of the few people in the FPL community, at least who I have on my previews, who doesn't have a cat. Do you have one, D-Unit? Because cats always seem to be jumping out from all
I'm not a
over.
cat person. Not gonna lie.
No,
Not
I'm a
cat
dog
person.
man. I'm a dog man.
Yeah, same. Dog man all the way home.
Maybe when I go for my toilet break at some point, like I usually do, I might bring my dog up to say hello. You wanted to say hello to her, didn't you, Andrew?
I did. Where is she?
Well, she might be downstairs, or my sister might have taken her to the pub. I don't know.
Is she hiding behind the piano?
The piano. You know, she could be anywhere in my mansion. You know, she could be hanging around the swimming pool, the palm trees, the palm. Someone did comment that was the clue in Trig's video today. Palm trees equals Palmer.
Yeah, but he had Foxy hanging from the wing mirror, the rear view mirror. So I thought that's Friday, isn't it? The Foxy.
Well, that's very tangential.
And then he found the blue nose fish. So I thought, maybe McNeil, maybe Beto, big man Beto.
He did comment earlier. He did comment earlier, by the way.
Can't like Beto over Vardy.
He did comment. He did comment earlier that all of his videos for the rest of he'll do a video each week for the rest of the season, trying to find clues. Andrew.
Well, there's only one more week, but he should do it next season because it's great content.
Episode, yeah.
Trigger has my wife laughing all the time. She's about the only one that she can watch. Like all the rest, you're watching bloody FPL videos again. I'm like, calm down. I need to know how to beat the gladiator. I need to listen to the infamous D-Unit because he's got his differentials.
You need to have a flip of the card.
I don't trust that bloody card. D-Unit's card. Should I get a triple Nottingham Forest defence against Leicester? The card says yes. 2 minutes in and that's 3 clean sheets gone. I don't trust that card.
You should have come back to the live watch along, Andrew, because someone in the comments said, can you ask the card if it was trolling? So I flipped the card and the card said it was trolling. So I was like, yeah. I was like, that card's been relegated to the bench. But it's ironic because, like, I sat there and like I looked at the free hit draft I put together for 36 and like the videos I did, and it would have scored 72 points.
Back one second.
The free hit draft I put together. And I was like, that's what you should have gone with.
Well, do you know what the problem was? I read an article by Praz, or I might have been on his video, and I do respect Praz, and he starts talking about stacking theory, about like triple defenses, triple attacks, and I thought, well, if I'm going to try that, a free hit's a good time to do it. So I did, and obviously it blew up in my face. But if I'd have like gone triple Man City defense instead of Haaland and De Bruyne, and I'd got triple Nottingham Forest attack, then suddenly, I've got 97 points rather than 37, and I'm in the top 10K. So I'm not actually sure if it proved anything, me doing that. But all I know is that I will never, ever, ever go triple attack or triple defense again. It's just, the risk it's not nice. It's not nice to watch.
Well, I played triple Brentford attack last week, and obviously I had Sade 11 and Buemo, and then obviously Wissa blanked. And this week I've done the same, but I feel like Brentford are like those 3 players. If they score a goal, and I expect them to score, one of them is going to be involved. Like one of those 3 definitely is going to be involved. So like last week it was Buemo assist, Sade header. So realistically, the chances of 2 of them returning of the 3 are pretty high. If 1 goal goes in, if there's more than 1 goal, there's a good chance that all 3 of them return.
That's it. I think there's only really Damsgaard who provides. Apart from that, Nathan Collins at centre back's got like 7 assists or something crazy.
I know, it's mad. He's been great. He's such a dark horse. No one's really bought him either. But I'm actively considering. I don't know, like my free hit draft that I think. I'm not sure what I want to do. Like, part of me is like going, there could be a differential. I just feel like Southampton potentially could get a road goal next week. I don't know why. So I feel like I don't want to back in double or triple Arsenal defense because I feel like most people, that's what they'll be doing. I'd rather go double Arsenal attack and hope that they score a boatload of goals.
Yeah, I mean, Tyler Diblin on the counter-attack's got so much pace. They nearly scored against Man City a couple of times as well. So,
yeah, I know.
But I mean, I'm thinking in the back of my head, like the pressure could be on Arsenal next week because if Villa win and Chelsea win and Man City win and then Newcastle beats Arsenal on Sunday, then Arsenal need a result against Southampton to avoid finishing sixth. You know what I mean? Which
That's
would be
right, yeah.
It's unfathomable that they've ended up in this position where they could not just that they might not finish second, but they might not qualify for the Champions League, and it could be the worst team in the league that's eventually stopped them. But I mean, I don't expect it to get to that. But pressure's a funny thing. You know, pressure makes me take a hit to bring in two players I don't rate. Pressure makes me go triple Nottingham Forest defence when all the status says that they're trending downwards.
Who scored?
I'm
lads?
intrigued though. At the start of the week, what?
Who scored?
No one.
I was trying my trick. Like, whenever I watch England play or Newcastle, as soon as I go for a piss, my team scores. So I just assumed that was the trick I was trying. Sorry. Obviously, it didn't work.
Well, Villa's half time now.
Have I missed something? I was like, I quickly checked the score and I was like, nah, it's still below. What's going on here?
Getting the chat excited. Oystein is saying he captained Watkins. D-Unit's card flip Finchey is the reason I bought in Vardy and not Watkins. But why didn't you bring him in then?
I just because the card flip originally loved the Vardy party, like as just should you bring it in for Cunha, and it said yes, and then I was like, and then I had it on there for so long, and I was like, I was just sitting there, I was weighing up like what would happen if Watkins went nuclear and Vardy did nothing, and I was like going, part of me was like going, it's either risking it for the biscuit. I was like, if I go Vardy, I could potentially give myself a chance at finishing in the 1K next week. But if it goes horribly, I could be looking at finishing outside the top 10K, and I'd rather finish inside the top 10K than completely stuff it. So I kind of got a little bit panicked, which is probably the first time all season I felt a bit panicked, and I just went with the safe option, and I just went for Watkins.
Yeah, well, I demonstrated last week with my free hit just how much of a gamble these risks can be. You know, I've gone from like I said, dropped 25k in the overall rankings, could have been top 10k. Now it's looking like I might struggle to get like top 75k. So, you know, these are the things. I don't think you did. I think this Vardy thing is being very overhyped. You know, it's his last game, he's going to want to score. Vardy wants to score in every match. There's nothing Vardy loves more than like teasing the opponent fans. But the problem is he's 38 years old and Leicester are shite.
I think the other thing is that if Vardy scores a goal, I reckon he gets booked. So I don't reckon he's getting any bonus.
Yeah, I would say.
He's
going to come off early. He's just leaving Leicester.
Oh, okay. I wonder where.
And this is his last game. They've announced it's his last game. So his last game. So it's literally a 1 week punt. So the only people who could realistically bring him in were people like me, free hitting him 38, knowing you've got him for 1 week and then he's gone. Whereas if everyone else wouldn't have been able to bring him in, because then you'd have to waste a transfer or just not play him in game week 38.
There's probably going to be a lot of rotation, or there'll be strange things happening in game week 38. There always is, isn't there?
Yeah. That's why I'm glad I have a free hit. Hopefully get a lot of leaks and I can just pick off the really good players before the deadline.
I was genuinely surprised you didn't consider the free hit today. I thought with the Chelsea and the Villa and Vardy and Everton, I thought, it's actually this week is a lot nicer than it originally looked when I decided to go last week. And I regret not having my free hit this week, and I thought you might have gone for it yourself, but I do. The lure of a game week 38 free hit is always there, but can go wrong.
So I looked at the free hit, and I did actually briefly consider it today as well. I was like going, what would my team look like in 38 if I just played the free hit today and just took a gamble on all the people I think is really good, because I really liked what a free hit team looked like. When I was putting it together this week, I was like, this team looks mint. I was like, this could get like an extra 50 points on like everyone else's team, because no one's going to have these players. Like, they're all differential. And then I was like, but then I thought about 38 and I looked at my team. I was like, I've only got one Arsenal player. I've only got one Bournemouth player. And I was like, I literally have set United have scored. Harry Maguire has scored a goal.
You're joking.
I'm not joking. He's our best forward. There goes Kukureya's clean sheet.
Well, Paul
Slabhead scored.
Paul Hustler's saying here that both these games could easily end up 0-0 tonight. I'm wondering if this is going to be one of those big FPL narratives, about target Tottenham, target Man United, that we build up all week and then it ends up being absolutely nothing. You know what I mean?
Whatever
is he
happened.
offside? Is he offside? He might be offside. Hold on. He looks off.
Oh, the pressure, the moment of truth.
That looks off. I would need to see it back again, but on the still, it looked like he's offside.
Let it go. Let it count.
Slabhead has just absolutely emphatically put that away as well, by the way. Rasmus Højlund just needs to be benched and put Slabhead up front because he is a predatory striker. Amron thinks it's offside, I think. I don't know. Let's see.
Did you guys ever play?
VAR is checking. VAR is checking. I think to the naked eye, it looks offside, and I'm hoping it's offside, even though I'm a United fan and I love Slabhead, but I've got Kukureya playing, and I don't want the clean sheet rubbed out after 16 minutes. It will be a Bruno Fernandes assist, by the way, if it does go in, which is no surprise to anyone.
Do you guys ever play the Nintendo 64? I don't know if it was on other things as well, but there was a game called GoldenEye where you could make
it's
players
offside.
big
No goal.
head.
No goal. No goal.
Yeah,
I remember that.
That's
Lal job.
Yeah, that's Harry Maguire. He's got head.
Oh, mate, it's his sleeve. His sleeve. It's like an arm like this, like half an arm is offside.
Well, unlucky to anyone who owns Harry Maguire, which is probably just Let's Talk FPL Andy, isn't it? I don't think he actually owns him, but I know he loves him.
Did you know there was a moment, there was a week, I think I can't remember what it was, and Maguire featured on my differentials video, and everyone's like, what is wrong with you? And I was like, the dude scores goals, man.
He does.
He's our best forward, and he plays at centre-back.
And he scores important goals as well, doesn't he? Like the one in the semi-final. That was awesome. I mean, I have a bet on for the final that Harry Maguire wins it for United in either the stoppage time of 90 minutes or whatever, or extra time, or he scores the winning penalty. I've just got Harry Maguire is going to win it because he's the only one that knows how to finish.
Do you not fancy the narrative of ex-Liverpool Dominic Solanke scoring the goal that denies Man United the trophy?
I think, if anything, it's probably going to be Matthias Tell because United didn't want to pay up for him on loan, and it'll be ironic if he scored the goal that won Tottenham the cup. Like, you can almost write that narrative.
How
bloody
do you think it'll
Glazers
go?
and that with a penny pinching.
So can I just ask, is Villa back out yet, Andrew?
Yeah, they're back underway.
Any changes?
Nope.
No. Sorry, D-Unit.
Matty Cash came out for the second half.
I believe so. I don't think Matty Cash is influential in FPL this season, but I think Villa are struggling, are suffering from the lack of Tielemans. I think maybe that should have factored into their consideration a bit more.
Well, ironically, when I was looking at that Villa run, I wanted to buy Tielemans rather than Rodgers and Asensio, but then he got injured, and I was like, well, there goes that.
He's one of them, isn't he? He's like a Tonali or a Guimaraes from Newcastle. They'll have these little runs where they get returns, but they're never really consistent enough to back long term. Like Ward Prowse used to be a bit like that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you just got to hope that the week you're playing, they perform.
Everyone used to always say with Ward Prowse, what happened to him? Oh, he's at West Ham now.
He's at West Ham.
Yeah, people used to say you had to hold on to him for the whole season because his returns would be, he could get 2 free kicks against Man City and then blank 3 weeks in a row, wouldn't he?
He'd get 2 points every game and then end up with 150 points somehow.
If he kept him this season, I don't think he's got above 30 points, has he?
Has he played?
Yeah, he's been playing on the bench.
Yeah. He's such a good talent, though. I think he might have even overtaken Beckham's free kick record for
No, I don't think he has. I think he's still a goal off, a goal or two off.
Oh, okay.
I think I could be wrong.
Steve-O's saying
No corner for Villa.
Steve-O's saying this is the watch-alongs, the death of these games, the curse of the watch-alongs. Basically, if we do a watch-along, they're going to be 0-0.
No, remember last Saturday, Gary, the game started poorly, and then the goals started flying in.
Well, I have to hope so. Ollie Watkins, hopefully. How many people do you reckon captain Palmer? I mean, his ownership's at 60%, and he was very low.
Tells in. Oh, but Martin nips in front and knocks it back to Martinez.
No one could score.
I thought he was going to have a shot.
Yeah, no. Well, he was going through. He was like halfway with no defence there. But then Martin must have a bit of pace about him, or Tell must have miscontrolled it because he caught him up. And now it's Villa on the attack. It's all Villa at the minute, apart from these breakaways.
The United-Chelsea game is super, super even. There is not much in this game. Like, both teams have had half openings.
Chelsea only need to get do they need a point or a win, and then that secures them Champions League
they need
places?
a win.
They
need to win.
But does that secure them in Champions League?
They need to probably win next weekend as well.
Well, because I was reading something, they thought they might rest Palmer next weekend. Do you reckon that's bullshit?
No,
that's definitely bullshit.
Yeah.
They're not going to rest Palmer, are they? What, for the Conference League final?
What does that get him? Europa League? Why would you rest him for that? I'd rather lose the Conference League and make sure you got Champions League than win the Conference League to get Europa League.
They're a very small team. Very small team, Trigger. They've been a first trophy for a while, wasn't it? So, we've got to put all their eggs into just insulting all the Chelsea fans in there.
I played triple Stoke defence many years ago.
Yeah,
oh my God, I feel sorry for that person.
Well, actually, they had a very good defence. They had a good defence, didn't they? They were like the boring...
Did they?
No. Conser and Teller squaring up.
Oh.
Oh, they did 2 minutes ago. like Trigger says, I'm on dial-up. That's what we'll call it.
Paul Watts is saying the pressure of the top five is hindering Villa tonight. They look slow and nervy. Yeah, it sounds like it. I wouldn't mind Villa getting in the top five. Who would you guys like to get in the Champions League? I mean, I'd like Newcastle. Arsenal are already there, aren't they? Pretty much.
No.
Really?
If they
I'd love
lose
Arsenal to collapse. I think if Arsenal collapsed, you'd never hear the end of it. It'd be brilliant. Their fans would have a proper meltdown. We'd be hearing about it on all their fan channels. I couldn't imagine anything better.
I can't stand
Especially
that.
if we lose the final, I'd hope Arsenal just collapse. Southampton beat them on the final day and they get overtaken and end up sixth. You heard it here
first. It would be incredible.
Why can't you stand Arteta, mate?
Oh, he's just such a... I have been advised to only speak positive about people. So what I'll say is his team seem to like him. But certainly within the football community of all the teams in the world and all the players in the world, Arteta's team seem to like him.
Oh my word. Lads, I've just refreshed my stream. We've hit 900 subscribers. Whoa!
Come on.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you so much, everyone.
It's all the women coming to see D-Unit's guns.
I should have said that 900 subscribers will take his shirt off or something, shouldn't I? That would have. If we get to 1,000 subscribers, we'll get the unit to do the full Monty.
All right, deal. I'm on it. By the way, I did say that if Beto and Vardy don't score in my video, I think it was today or the day before, I said that I would take my shirt off because I think that there's every chance that they both score. So if they don't score, I'm in trouble. I'm gonna have to do a shirtless video this week.
How many times do you hit the gym a week, mate? Because you're pretty well built there.
5 times. I
times.
go Monday to Friday, generally speaking, and then on Saturday I play AFL, which is like the Australian version of football, and then I have a day off on Sunday watching the football because I stay up late, and then normally go to the gym on a Monday evening because I'm pretty tired on Monday morning.
We do full body or split?
So I do. I have set days. So on Monday I do legs and a 3K run. Tuesday I do 3K run and chest. Wednesday back and 2Ks. Thursday shoulders and 2Ks, and then Friday I do arms and I do another 2Ks.
Nice. Just read out. Thank you, Alex. Kansky says you can leave your hat on. You've probably never seen the film Full Monty, The Unit. You ever seen that?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
You can leave your hat on. Cheers, Colm. Colm saying Arsenal fans don't know they want to win the Europa League final. Who they want to win the Europa League final? Oh, right, yeah. I reckon they'll want Man United, surely.
Well, it'd be funny if Spurs won,
Spurs.
because then they'd be like, when was the last time Arsenal won a trophy?
What's your gym split nightmare?
My gym split.
Yeah. Probably same.
Well, I don't go to the gym. It's no secret. The only time I go to the gym is on a Wednesday to play dodgeball, and I can't even do that anymore because Gary keeps getting me on his streams.
I'm like the Homer Simpson, you know, when he walks down the thing and he goes, "Gime? What's a gime?" And then he walks in and then it's like, "Oh, a gime."
My cat is doing my head in. She just keeps like coming up and like clawing at my legs. Hello, remember my food? No, you're not getting it.
My sister has taken the dog to the pub. Why do you take a dog to the pub? I don't really...
To give pleasure to everybody else. Everyone loves seeing a dog in the pub.
Well, fair enough. I don't think the dog particularly enjoys it, though. I think they do give... It's one of those ones, they do put food down for the dog.
What's gone wrong is, since the smoking ban in pubs, you can't put beer in an ashtray for the dog anymore.
or a horse.
Yeah, they're not keen on Cronenberg, but they do like a bit of Stella.
Okay.
Do they drink Foster's down under?
Nah, we export that beer because it's shit.
Did you not get my comment earlier? Because the unit said in his deadline stream earlier, I can't remember what it was now. Like, if I was to ask a go out, what should her name be? And I said a Sheila. Because
I got it.
Yeah, because look. He's looking confused now. Don't in Australia you call every woman, it's a Sheila. It's a Sheila.
Bit stereotypical, Gary.
Call them bimbos.
There's one for you, Steve.
Can't be saying that.
Well, I'm just saying what most people call them, Bab. Normally we call them daft bimbos as well. No.
Sheila is much more respect. I do apologise to my guests here for any females lurking. But
there's no women watching this.
Yelena quite often watches. I don't think she goes for a while, but
I'd be surprised. I've got a few females that watch me. Don't know why.
Of course.
Well, they'll all be watching when you take your shirt off.
I can't think why they might watch me. Why might they watch me?
Well, I've got, if you've anyone who's watched the interview, that was my 31st interview I did the unit, and Yelena, when she interviewed me, unveiled to me that there's a whole FPL Have a Beer fan club, which is exclusively made of women, and they apparently the only reason they don't write me fan mail every single day and say how much they love me is because they want to keep my ego in check. Which I think I think that's unfair. I mean, do feel free. If any of my fan club are here right now, you know, which they probably are lurking in the chat, do feel free to write me messages. Yeah, I've had 3 beers now.
Also, hop on Tinder and swipe right.
Yeah. Is that accept or reject?
I think that's accepted, isn't it? I don't know. I can't remember. I've never used the app in years.
I'm used this on Tinder. It'll come up with a girl, and I'll suddenly panic. Well, I like her, and I'll swipe the bloody wrong way, and I'm like, fuck.
I'm just trying to think. So swipe left is no. Swipe right is definitely yes. Yeah, I feel like that's correct.
Yeah, I always get
You're
confused.
wrong.
I've never used these things in my life.
Well, did you know that I'd never used one until one of my mates, when I was living in the UK, said I had a ticket to go to an event. I can't remember what it was. It was at Printworks or something. He goes, just hop on like Hinge and just see if you meet someone and just say you want to go to this event. I got a free ticket. So that's what I did.
No, why not? No, I've never used them, but my cousin actually met his wife on Bumble, which is the one where women have to make the first message.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there are success stories, although I'm not sure marriage is the sort of success story people use these apps for, really.
Yeah, I'd recommend against marriage.
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah.
I've no idea what you mean at all, Andrew.
Oh, it's Martin. It's a corner again. We're forgetting about the football here. My FPL season's gone down the mud. And I'm casually laughing about D-Unit's enormous arms and Tinder routines and all
The strange thing is, lads,
and my season is getting the gladiators laughing at me.
Strange thing is, I'm watching the number of viewers, and the more we talk about Eddie and apart from FPL, the more the viewers go up.
The more we talk about D-Unit's guns.
Steve-O saying if Watkins does something...
I'm sorry, Darius. It's a goal! It's a goal, but it's concept. Fucking concept. I didn't get him in, did I?
Who got the assist?
Somebody that doesn't matter. Fucking Concept. The fucking Concept's got the fucking assist, like the goal.
It might be
like,
Rodgers.
I could have made a defensive transfer and got Concer in, and I'd be sat on 15 bloody points right now, and it would all be over. But no, I went for the attackers against a shite defence for the second week running. I've brought in the best two attackers against a shite defence, and I'm going to end up with nothing.
Can't believe that.
The pressure gets in.
I
don't know.
We're catching up in the chat.
I can't tell who.
It's a Watkins assist.
Come on. You meant that?
Yeah. Well, that's something.
Well.
That pays off the hit. I need something more now.
Well,
Watkins assist.
I need something more. I need Rodgers. It was Rodgers I actually fancied more than Watkins. Watkins was just a defensive move, really. But if I would quite like Rodgers to get a goal.
I mean,
Ross Barkley was coming on. I don't know if he still will.
That's
something at least. That's something. That's 3 points over the Gladiator. Come on.
The half.
How quickly the momentum swings.
The half measures of you two lads versus us captains.
Oh, no.
What's happening?
Watkins went for the shot. He seems to have kicked the ground, and now he's lying there with holding his ankle with one hand and wiping his face with the other. So now he might go off. Who knows? Knowing my luck, he'll probably be out for the rest of the season. Oh yeah. I think it should be a penalty. I don't know. I don't know. I've not got the sound. I actually think the defender's got there, and Watkins has kicked the back of the defender's foot and knackered himself doing it. But
who's on penalties for them? And Tielemans out. It probably would be Watkins, wouldn't it? If he gets up.
Let's hope. No, Asensio. It'll have to be Asensio. This is the problem with Watkins that a lot of people didn't think of. Yeah. If you're unlucky, he might get a penalty.
Yeah, he's not got a great record, has he?
I don't think it'll be a penalty. I think it was a good tackle. It might be a corner, though.
Craig saying nightmare's not good for my stress levels.
I'm not good for my own. Honest to God.
Steve-O's saying, I'll do the full Monty if Watkins does something. Okay, well, there we go. He said that before the assist. We'll expect a full Monty in your next video, Steve-O, your Saturday video. No moaning about giving up FPL this year, full striptease. And Jim is saying, my gym routine is 5 minutes, get bored and go home.
What's going on now? Now Villa have got 2 players down. Conser's down injured, and I think he's Rogers down injured, holding his testicles.
Oh,
But
Maybe he's been on that Tinder there.
it might have been.
I'm not even sure what's really happened here. Conser's got tackled, and then he's gone flying. Oh, Conser's got tackled, like barged over, and he's like flipping around, and his legs in the air, and his legs just come along and just bang right into Rogers' balls. Oh, imagine if that's how my FPL season goes down the mud. You just have to laugh, you know. Although, to be honest, like, it is quite funny that I was like, oh, he was assisted by someone that doesn't matter. It was actually the person I needed to get the assist.
It's a metaphor for your season.
I've not got my glasses on.
Anything happening in the Chelsea match?
Nah, not really. It's been a pretty even kind of affair. Not much to write home about.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's good for us. We don't want Palmer to do anything, do we? I don't think any of us have got him, so...
Other than that, Maguire,
we want Man United to win.
Yeah, I want Man United to win, actually, yeah.
I do, which is a weird position to be in, really. But, you know, I just want what's best for Newcastle. Although, here I am wanting Aston Villa to get goals. So, you know, maybe I'm a John, you know.
Here's one for you, lads. Who are your...
My brain's mush.
Who's the teams you hate the most? Oh, Sunderland are in the championship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they the team you hate the most,
Sheffield United.
Andrew? I'm talking about from football perspective here, not an FPL perspective.
I don't hate any team. I just want them all to lose when they play Newcastle. I'm going to go against what everyone should think. I want Sunderland to win the playoffs.
Well, I like having them in the Premier League.
I think it would be fantastic. They'll have a chance to break their own record for being shite. Can they actually get to 5 points? It'll be a season-long story, and they'll... No, what do I care? As long as we beat them, I don't really care what they do.
Yeah, and
give us
a derby.
I would rather Sunderland were getting beat, 3 weekends out of 4, rather than winning every week.
How about you, D-Unit?
Sorry, I was just reading a message.
That's all right, man.
What did you say, sorry?
Who's the team you dislike the most in the Premier League English football?
I hate to say it, mate. Liverpool all day long. Like, I can't stand them. The fact that we are this bad and they are winning the title is just like, it's like the double whammy. I'd rather anyone else win it. I can hack City winning it, no problem. I could even probably hack Arsenal winning it, but when Liverpool win it, you just put them back in the bin where they belong.
Yeah, I think mine would be Man City because all the money.
Yeah, fair.
You can't really hate teams for having money nowadays.
Well, no, that's because we're run by people with money.
No, we can't spend money.
Man United don't have any, so...
I saw today, who's the guy that invested in him?
Jim Ratcliffe.
Yeah, he lost 6 billion in the last year. I don't know how much that was down to Man United, but he's gone... I think he was first in the British, rich list, and he's gone down to, 6th or something, 24 billion to 16 billion. I mean, I'm sure he's not, I mean,
My heart bleeds.
Yeah, well, exactly, I know, but...
That's why he's culling everyone's jobs.
Well, yeah.
I say that Watkins' assist I celebrated so vociferously has actually dropped me 7,000 places in the overall rankings. So,
but it's helped you against your man. It's helped you against the Gladiator.
Well, I'm 4 points. I'm outscoring him by 4 points, but he's had nobody play. So, not really. Like I say, it just broke even, really. At the minute because of the heat. But, it could be worse. I could not own Watkins at all. And then,
You won't be able to see this, but I'm just for the viewers. I'm just going to put up FPL Live rank. Watkins' goal hasn't even come on it yet.
Yeah, I know. It's a bit behind. I've been trying to check as well.
Yeah. I was like, I'm still 100 or maybe it's gone up now. Oh, it's just updated. 110k. I am now only 5 off the top 10k, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, here we go.
Oh,
By the
yeah.
end of the night. What's happening, D-Unit?
Nothing.
Nothing.
This game is actually quite boring. Like, there's been no action in it. We're about 5 minutes away from halftime, 40 minutes gone. Other than that Maguire offside goal, there has not been much to write home about at all.
Have a look in the chat. Steve was saying, I think Andrew's about 2 minutes behind me. Trig saying,
Blame YouTube. Just blame YouTube.
My rank improved after that goal despite not owning Konza. Yeah, Spurs could play throughs the game 8 times over and not score. Dreadful. Hello, Animations. How you doing, mate? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not...
Anybody?
Villa Corner. The chat already know the outcome, but I don't. I'm allowing myself a little moment of excitement. I'm not looking at the chat. If something's happening, they can build their own anticipation for my reaction. With Big John McGinn and his great big ass.
What do you think the
What
chance...
minute going in the Villa Spurs game? What minute are you up to in that game?
68-10.
Okay, so the clean sheet for Cons is on there.
Yeah.
Have you got anyone else on for you, apart from me and yourself, for your game week 38 watch along, D-Unit?
Say it again, sorry?
Have you got anyone else on apart from me and yourself for your game week 38 watch along yet?
I think Tom's going to be joining us, and he is a loose unit.
Yeah, he's.
I'm excited about this, Tom.
The chat, well, the WhatsApp group loved Tom. Like, I don't know why. He showed up on one deadline stream, and was literally like a mouse. But he comes out with some outrageous comments. So I think maybe that's why the people love him.
Well, you've hyped him up well, and I'm excited for him. Unless, of course, I'm doing my own lives. Oh, no, because it's Sunday you're streaming, aren't you?
When would you do yours?
Next Sunday.
It is the last game.
Oh, yeah, so I won't even get to see it. Well, maybe I'll save you all from seeing my heartbreak live by watching D-Unit's wonderful watch-along with the loose cannon Tom.
You could always come on.
No.
No.
I can't, like. I can't, because D-Unit's audience will be wanting to know how D-Unit finishes, and you can't have me waffling on about my mini-league when none of them will even know who I am. You know, it's a bit much to go on somebody else's stream, spend all the time waffling about it.
I'm going on there doing that.
There, mate. Oh, Matty Cash just gone close 2 minutes ago.
I was just looking at effective ownership for my rank. So Rogers is 73% effective ownership at my rank.
Only 73.
Yeah.
That's
which
weird.
Is, well, it's stupidly high anyway. So, but Konza is the real killer. 36% ownership. He's dropped me 1,517 spots with that 15 points so far.
Okay.
That's mad. But at the moment, I've obviously got Kukurea who's doing quite well. So it's going to be interesting to see what it looks like come the end of the game.
He's on 4 at the minute, isn't he? So is that free bonus?
Yeah, Kukurea is actually on for the bonus at the moment. Don't know how, because he
That
hasn't
could
done
quickly
much.
change, though, couldn't it?
Yeah.
He's on...
Reece James with a really good shot has just hit the post, by the way. Reece James has hit an absolute worldie, and now it looks like he might have injured himself in the shot.
Surprise.
You shouldn't laugh. You shouldn't laugh. Poor lad.
We're laughing with him. We're not laughing at him.
Don't think he'll be laughing.
Well, you know,
He literally
must
hit the
do,
ball.
he
It
must,
looks like he's hurt his foot to kicking the ball.
after that, you've been injured that many times. Surely you must say, "Oh, there we go again."
Yeah.
Just say, yeah, I'm fine, thanks, Animations. I'm saying I'm guessing that's a free kick. Not sure what he's up to. Jax, hello, mate. Your man's in the chat D unit. Just got home and C-Cons has scored. Oh my god, let's go. I'm assuming Shax has D unit then. Conza, sorry.
Yep, both.
Yeah, I'm surprised Cons is that. I mean, I guess he was on a lot of wild cards, wasn't he? I'm very happy, Animations. I guess a lot of
I'm
people.
okay if he only gets an assist. I'm quite happy with that.
Andrew,
I feel like an Mbeumo 18 pointer is incoming.
would
It'd
you
be nice. I need something.
Yeah.
I need something. It's got to be my turn this week.
Oh my God, how is that not going in? Cole Palmer has literally, I thought it was going in. I was like, here's a Cole Palmer goal. And somehow Onana, instead of what I'd normally expect from Onana, the way he dives, he's gone for it. And somehow he's got there and actually made a really good save. And then
2-0 Villa.
Fallen.
2-0 Villa. It's some lad who I don't recognise. Dreadlocks. I think it might be a Morgan Rogers assist, but I'm not 100% sure.
Come on.
Oh, my God. The hit could have paid off. The hit could have paid off. We'll just have to wait for the replay. Who is this bloke? I don't even know who he is.
Marston,
Kamara.
probably.
Oh, it's Boubacar Kamara. He's got his hair in dreadlocks rather than... he normally has it, big puffed up like a microphone, but he's got it tied back like he's gone in the UFC cage. Do you know, I think it's a Rodgers assist. I think it is, but my screen, it's a bit pixelated. I can't tell. Go for the close-up, God damn you. Go for the... I think it is. I think it's a Morgan Rogers assist.
Come on.
Yeah, it is. It's a Rogers assist.
Come on. I'm back in business. The game week's turning. It's my turn. Come on. We need one more. We need one more return. One more return, and I'll call the hit a success, irrespective of what Wissa and Saka do. Emery's celebrating. Do you not think? Have you ever seen Peaky Blinders?
I've never seen it, mate. No, I've never watched it. I've had it recommended to me a few times.
Have you ever seen Peaky Blinders D-Unit?
I have. I've watched the whole thing. It's brilliant.
You remember when Adrian Brody showed up and he's Luca Chancreta, and he's like, do you not think Unai Emery just reminds you of him?
Yes. Yes.
It's all I can see. Yeah. Nobody else ever mentions it. And it's like, whenever I watch it, I just think, Unai Emery's on the charge here. Like, he's out for blood. And then, what's his face? Alfie Solomons. I do like. I'm getting distracted because Villa are on the attack. I can't believe I'm celebrating Newcastle's Champions League rivals doing so well. I feel like I'm betraying my team. But this answers your question, Gary. You always ask this in your interviews. What's more important, your FPL team or your actual team?
You're showing it now.
Some might say I'm proving the FPL team is more important. But I disagree. I actually disagree because I back Newcastle to beat Arsenal and to secure it on their own terms. It doesn't matter what Aston Villa do. It doesn't matter what Aston Villa do.
Cover your tracks. Cover your tracks. You want me to ask? You want me to ask in an interview as well? What was it? What was the question you wanted me to ask? Would you rather win FPL or get 50 grand or something? I have asked a couple of people.
I want to know, like, would you rather win FPL or get £1,000? And then ask them again, what about £10,000? How much would you sacrifice to win FPL?
I might add in.
I think realistically, for example, if I won FPL from Australia, to fly me over for a game there, I feel like you'd have to offer me a lot more money than £10,000 to make me think it was worthwhile.
How much does a flight cost? Probably about 1,000.
Well,
single.
At least about, it's about £1,500, give or take, depending on time of the year. So,
so if you won, they pay you for it.
£8,500. I mean, like, it's not very flash, is it?
I mean, surely if you win FPL, they pay for your flight.
They do. They pay you to come over, put you up in a hotel. You get a tablet as well, and a laptop and whatever else you want. Key
ring, fob.
Yeah, I mean, I just want the hat that says I'm the king.
The stress ball is the key. That's the one that's the thing you really want, isn't it? Like,
I think they should give you like a gold like plinth thing that like when you get 100,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Award. Yeah.
They should give you something like that, FPL champion, and then you can put it up when you're a content creator. You can put it up behind you, and you'll soon see none of them have it, and then nobody can really argue. Maybe Praz. I think here's a question: which FPL content creator do you think could win this game?
I'm gonna do the old YouTube thing. 31 people watching a minute. Please do make sure you like to and subscribe.
Just ignored my question.
What did you ask? Sorry, mate.
I can
My
tell
mind
ya.
was YouTube thing.
I
Next
asked.
season,
Oh,
next season, I'm going to create an actual different team, and I'm going to call it FPL-D-Unit card, and I'm going to just rely, every transfer it makes is going to be a 50-50 call.
it's against the rules
And
to
see
have
how
two
it
teams,
goes.
Darius.
It's not his team.
Against
It's
the
the
rules.
cards team.
Yeah.
Sure,
It's going to literally go, I'm going to give it a bunch of players, and it's going to 50-50 the starting team from all the players I give it. And then from there, it's just going to be whatever.
I watched this film last night called The Empty Man. It's a horror film, and it's about this.
Is that about my game week 36 results?
It's about this god, this ancient god that overtakes a man, and then uses it to carry out its will and instruct the world. And I'm wondering if something similar is in D-Unit's card. You know, some ancient FPL god has come into contact with that card at some stage, and inspired it to make the calls. What do you reckon, D-Unit?
Yeah, I reckon 100%. The original card that I've got, I've put it away for safekeeping. It didn't actually ever make a wrong call. It went for about 10 weeks in a row, and then when I did the Bruno Fernandes captaincy over Haaland, I was like, I can't put it through anymore, because I was like, that it's got to retire on a high. But how can it get anything better than that call? And I was like, that's it. So I've just put it away. It's now in the queue.
It could have ended by telling me not to go triple Nottingham Forest defence last week.
Yeah, well, that card was trolling. The least said about that card, the better.
Yeah.
I'll say a couple of comments. Chat's is saying Rodgers assist. No way! Oh my god! Let's go! Points galore.
What was that?
That's me verbalising his the expression in there. Trigger Lips is saying, "Fuck you, lot are slow." Trig, I will bring you back to a stream that we did in November on Elite FPL, where you were 5 minutes behind everyone else. I think in comparison to you, Andrew is like in the future.
Yeah, but the thing is, these lot all know what's going to happen, so they can wait to see my reaction.
Exactly.
Yeah, it builds the anticipation.
Exactly. Andrew's making the stream with his reaction so far, I think. I'm wondering how much he's going to clip him in, and make him into shorts. But
I'm not going to look back on this. The way I've been fawning over D-Unit's arms, I don't think I can't let my wife see this. So what have I married?
never confused. As the pub landlord would say. How's the Chelsea game going, mate?
It's a 0-0 at half-time.
Half-time.
Other than that, Cole Palmer and the blaze over the bar from Enzo Fernandez towards the end, it's been a pretty even game. So, oh my God. All good.
No. How long we got left in the Villa game, Andrew?
9.5 minutes.
9.5 minutes.
9 minutes, apparently.
And Watkins is still on?
Yeah, they're all on.
Has Watkins been booked?
I'm not sure.
No. Oh, no, he only got an assist, didn't he? Yeah, so that's why he's on 5 points.
Matty Cash has been booked.
Rodgers is on 6 at the minute. Martinez on 6. That's looking like quite a pretty good return for me. My Villa triple up, if it scores stay the same. I mean, I'd take a Rodgers assist and another Watkins goal. That wouldn't go amiss.
I think
So
one more goal and I'll be happy.
At the moment, it's Kamara on 3 bonus points. Sorry, no, it's Konza on 3 bonus points, Kamara on 2, and Pau Torres is on 1.
Okay.
No Rodgers in there at the moment.
No, he's got a clean sheet. Sorry, that's it. He's got 1 assist and a clean sheet and a year, so he's on 6. Yeah. I'm believe this is showing me that the Steve-O curse of always doing bad when you do a game week watch along. Maybe it's not a thing. Maybe it's just maybe it just affects Steve-O.
I don't know, because like I've got 7 points after the hit's taken off, so I'm on 7 points from 2 players. I'm not sure that's great. It's like it's better than nothing. The way my last weeks have gone, it's better than nothing. The Gladiator needs to get something to match that, but I just need one more. I need one more. We need one more return, and then I can celebrate.
Yeah, a Rodgers goal.
I'm feeling it. Like I'm feeling it.
Rodgers is 70% owned.
We are going to Bilbao.
Oh, here
Better
comes
at the
Marlon.
moment.
Here comes Marlon.
What's that
I don't know
there?
who's Daniel Marlon's coming on.
I'd say.
No, it'll be Asensio. Shush you. Don't be tainting me, like. Honest to God, what have I ever done to you except support you? I even forgive the card. And then the card told me not to bother coming on tonight.
We're glad you did, Andrew. We're very glad you did. Combs saying, I'm hoping for...
I'm still undecided.
He's saying, Combs saying, I'm hoping for a Watkins goal and Rodgers assist just to see Andrew's reaction.
I'd rather
I would like to see it. I'll actually hope for the same before he gets subbed for Marlon.
I'd rather it was a Rodgers goal.
I think Marlon 100% comes on for Watkins. I can't see him coming on for anyone else.
If Rodgers scores from a Watkins assist, I'll maybe do the truffle shuffle on camera. No, I couldn't do that.
What's that?
I couldn't do that. The truffle shuffle.
Truffle shuffle. What's that?
Have you not seen the truffle shuffle?
No.
I'm sure it's from a film. I don't know. My uncle used to do it. You like kind of grab your big fat belly and start wobbling it around.
Oh, right. Yeah. I mean,
No,
I
feel a bit embarrassed now.
I'd do it, but all my abs...
Just giving you the preview for free.
All my abs would stop me being able to show that. Plus, I think we'd probably lose everyone watching in about 10 seconds.
No, I reckon the viewers would peak. They'd be sharing it everywhere.
Shush. It's not happening.
Thank you, Shax. Much appreciated, mate. Appreciate you joining us.
Villa. Asensio on the byline. Come on.
Watkins is off. As predicted.
That's fine as long as Rodgers does something. Rodgers is on. Rodgers is the 90-minute man. Watkins is now primed to win me the title next weekend. He's fit. He's safe.
If Vardy scores a goal and gets booked, he'll end up on the same points as Watkins.
Yeah.
Animations is saying the Goonies.
That's it. Yes, the truffle shuffle. Animations.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, I remember.
I've never seen the Goonies, though.
Really? That's awesome. It's an awesome film. One of my favourite childhood favourites.
I've heard it's good. Every time I say I've never seen it, people glare at me, but no, I've not seen it.
There's like a little monster character that I liked. I can't remember. They find him underground.
The good news is Spurs are making some attacking changes, which means they're going to try and rub out this Villa clean sheet.
Steve-O's saying, no, this has been terrible. Epoxy assist, dreadful match. Curse continues. Obviously, depends on who you were playing. So we can expect a ranty, depressed video from Steve-O in the morning, I'm sure. As we get. Come on, Steve-O. What did I say in my voice note earlier? I said Steve-O voice note earlier. I loved this video today because there was some positivity in there. You know what I mean? Rather than my season is doomed. It was a bit of like there was more positivity in it. I want to encourage him to be more positive about FPL. You know, he came off X and stuff, and he was not looking at other people's teams so much. Keep out the positivity, mate. See you later, Steve.
See you later, man.
Goodbye, Steve. I feel like we've all kind of hit a bit of a wall at the same time, and we're all struggling for things to say. For Darius, it's like what 3 in the morning.
It's because Watkins has gone off. Like, I've got no interest in this Villa Tottenham game now, except I want a Spurs goal. So, like, I just want to see Spurs go for it and just kick a goal.
I'm flagging. Like, I need to find some energy. Come on! Oh, I can't believe I'm cheering. It feels weird cheering Aston Villa after everything I've said about them and all the pain they've put me through.
What was the thing they put you through?
Well, the fucked the double game week 36 by losing to Palace for one. They've fucking. I was ahead of Praz until Praz in game week 20 whatever took the hit for Watkins, and then Watkins fucking put Praz ahead of me. So that was the start of it, and then fucking Concert. With all his fucking goals and clean sheets recently, after being shite, absolutely shite all season, right up until the week after I decided not to wildcard him in, everything.
I mean,
you have to gamble on a wild card, and you think, right, you can't go all in on every possible team. And Aston Villa was the one I didn't go all in on. And obviously, that's proven to be the mistake. But more to the point, why them absolute... honestly, I don't forgive them for the sob on the Tyne banner when Newcastle got relegated. I don't like.
What did they do?
Well, when Newcastle got relegated in 2009 and all the fans had, sob on the Tyne. Who's your next Messiah, Antor Deck? I don't forgive that. If Morgan Rogers gets a goal, that could be the first step to forgiveness.
Yeah, we don't forgive.
He's got about 70 seconds to do it. I don't think he will. I just don't. I think it's going to end 2-0 and we'll go away and it'll be like a disappointing one-night stand with your ex that lasts about 60 seconds and then you're just disappointed by you feel dirty at the end of it. I don't even feel good about this. Like, I've got 7 extra points, but at what cost? My dignity, my pride. I've not made the big balls call. I've absolutely shat myself.
I thought you made the move. I thought it was an intelligent move to shut off your mini league rival.
Yeah, and then he brought in fucking Wissa, who I sold to do it. So,
could you imagine if Wissa scores a double against Fulham?
You watch your tone, young man.
FPL Don saying could be worse. You could have captained Palmer for a hit like me. Very true. Very true.
If Wissa scores, it's all right as long as Cunha outscores Wissa. That's what I need, because it was Cunha or Wissa I had to sell, and I went with Wissa. It could have been Cunha, and so what I need really is Cunha to outscore Wissa. If that happens, we'll have to call it a success.
You've still got your captain.
Are you concerned that Wissa gets benched? Oh, sorry, not Wissa. Cunha. Cunha gets benched.
Sorry, I'll be back in 1 second.
I don't know if I'm more concerned if he gets benched or if he's on the field, because he's such a loose cannon. You don't know if he's going to hit a hat-trick or headbutt. It's just like, this is why I kind of wanted to sell him. But then, the Gladiator's got him and he's benched him. But he's got him, and it's like, he could get -2 points, or he could get 22 points, or anywhere in between. And you just can't get rid of him when he can do that to hurt you in a mini league. You know what I mean? Like, he could have captained Cunha, gone rogue, captained Cunha, and got like 40 points off him. Or he could have got -6. You just don't know with Cunha. Anything can happen. Like, he's an exciting player to watch. If he goes to Man United, he'll be absolute box office. He's exactly the sort of player I think Man United should sign.
We'll give him Xerxes for free.
Yeah, well, but no, I mean, Wissa could go off, or Wissa could do nothing. Cunha could go off, and the Gladiator sat there, head in his hands, wondering why he brought in Wissa instead of just playing Cunha. And that's what I've got to hope for. It's got to be my turn. After all these weeks of pain, it has to be my turn for a good week. I feel one more good game week and I'll get there. One more good game week to get over the line, and hopefully this 7 points, unspectacular, but hopefully that's the start of something.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, is that your phone or Gary's?
No, it's not mine. I think it's Gary's. He's going to the toilets telling me to go chuck a piss.
Maybe he's fallen in the bathroom and he's pulling the emergency cord. maybe we're going to be live on stream for the next hour while Gary's just shouting help, you know, rolling around in his own feces. You just don't know. Oh no! See, this is the problem. Sometimes, like, I just get carried away with myself and say silly things. I'm sure he'll be fine.
The dog's not even coming to the rescue.
The dog's there licking his face. Here he is.
Yeah, there goes
Sorry,
the lad.
lad. Set my alarm for 9 o'clock in the morning. It seems to have gone off at 9 o'clock at night. But I do have a guess.
wondering if
Chess tournament trigger.
Come on.
Good luck at the chess tournament, Trigger.
Can we see her?
Here she is.
Hello,
Trigger's
Peppa.
off to play chess.
See,
So everyone spam T for Trigger in the chat.
who's that?
That is a lovely dog. Hello, pup.
I've had to bring her.
Hello,
I've had to bring her a
hello.
treat to get her up here.
And you're a good girl, right? There's 3 minutes of stoppage time left. I feel like it's going to be 2-0 here. Nothing seems to be happening. Ross Barkley's prowling like a lad looking for an extra slice of birthday cake. Martins, they're all just walking now. This game's over.
Yeah, this game is
they're settling
definitely
for
over.
7 points, like, and it's doing my head in a bit.
What?
Are you on half time at Old Trafford or
Still
Stamford
at half
Bridge?
time, yeah. I'm watching the end of the Villa game and then I'm going to swap back over.
No, there's nothing going to happen here, like.
No, it's a pretty standard game at the moment. Has to be said.
Hello, stream.
Say hello.
Go on, shoot from 40 yards.
Oh yeah,
Shoot.
nice. Cool.
lovely
Rogers
dog.
did have a shot. He had a go.
I take it he missed.
He did. He did miss.
Anything happened, lads, while I was away?
Nah, nothing exciting.
We discussed whether your alarm was some sort of like panic alarm because you'd fallen in the bathroom.
I couldn't have timed that one better, could I?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a corner. It's a corner.
The game's still going on.
Yeah, probably about 40. It's probably over for the chat. But for me, I've got 90 seconds of hope.
You've got a minute left on my stream.
I'm going to take my headphones off so there's no spoilers for the last minute.
I think Villa are going to actually finish in the top 5. You know, like I think they're going to get it done. I mean, I think they beat Man United next week. I can't see any reason why they're not beating Man United next week.
What would they need after today, mate? To off she goes.
Just a win. I think a win guarantees them the top 5 now, I think. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty confident that's correct.
So I'm just letting the...
Ooh!
My sister's got KFC, so she's downstairs to eat the KFC, no doubt. We can't hear
That's
you,
where it's at.
Andrew.
He's taken his headphones off and he's turned his mic off as well. I can't even tell.
Okay, is this... Maybe he's doing a rant where he doesn't want us to hear what he's saying
Hear what
because
he's
he's swearing. What's happening in the Chelsea game, mate? Is it...
I'm flicking over now because this game is over. I bet not have missed a goal.
Could someone in the chat tell Nightmare that we can't hear a word that he's saying? That'd be much
It's 0-0.
appreciated.
Cole Palmer's stepping over a free kick, though. I know he's not. It's Reece James into the wall. And someone's gone down holding their head with a concussion. Probably will miss Wednesday. Bruno Fernandes down holding his head. He's definitely muted himself.
You've muted yourself.
Probably for the best because I was being quite boring.
We couldn't hear you there. We saw all the passionate this and that, but we couldn't hear what you were saying.
That was a private message for me lip reading fans.
Those millions that are out there. So, how are you feeling about how it's gone, lads, so far? I'm pretty happy.
Well, it's better than nothing. I'm 3 points up on the standard.
I think I'd rather have gone for Konza instead of Watkins.
Who would have known? Who could have known that? I mean, that's like no. I don't think anyone was expecting Aston Villa to keep a clean sheet over the next 2 games, unless they had them.
They've kept more clean sheets in the last 5 weeks than the rest of the season. It's ridiculous. This is what I mean. This is why, do you not think if Aston Villa had done anything defensively in the first 30 weeks of the season, do you not think I would have got Konsa in? He was like 4 million or something, 4.4 million. And they've just trolled me. I feel like they've spent the whole season conceding goals just to fuck me over on this running. And it's infuriating. It's absolutely infuriating. But today was the first step to making friends with them again. It's not a big step. It's not a big step. But, I've got 7 points from 2. And that's something. It's not a lot, but it's something. It's more than the Gladiators got, and we can only hope it's enough.
You're 36 points ahead of them, you said earlier, didn't you?
I was 35, then I went down to 31. Now I'm 38 points ahead with having 2 extra players played. So
what's his team? Can you read out his team for us?
I'm sure I said earlier you'll have to come to my videos to find all this out. But I've not actually been telling people his team recently because I've just been too wrapped up in my own woes. Because people seem to love the misery, yeah. I can't believe I'm getting so many views for being so miserable.
Well, Steve-O got nearly 3,000 views on his video when he put and my FPL season is over, and you didn't quite put that, but you put something not quite as extreme, but not far off.
I've got the most views on any video by a considerable margin on the 2 videos where I talk about in the title about how fucking miserable I am. Right. So this is the Gladiators team.
Wow, Ahmad almost just set up Mount for a goal, but Mount's put it wide.
The Gladiators team is Pope, who I don't have, Burn, who I do, Munoz, who I've got, Ait-Nouri, who I don't, De Bruyne, who I don't, Umbumo captain, who I do, Salah, who I've got, Bowen, who I've got, Alanga, who I don't have, Wisse, who I now don't have, and Chris Wood up front.
Oh, because this is who sold for Watkins?
Yeah.
So in reality, you need Wisse to get 1 point again.
I prefer to look at the game week holistically, and all I want is for Newcastle to concede while winning and Dan Burns scoring, for Wolves to concede, for Man City to blank, for Wisse to get a red card, and for Nottingham Forest to do nothing. So not much.
Well, to bet as well, if Visser does well, you'd hope Mbeumo does well. I couldn't believe, when I did that walking video when Steve-O came down to see me. This was a few weeks ago, D-Unit, and we did a match of the day challenge, and we looked at the phone, and Brentford had won 4-1, and there wasn't a single normal. We went through the scores, and there wasn't a single normal return for Mbeumo. And it was like crazy. Like, how can they win he did have a fantasy assist, but it was like, how can they win 4-1? Do you know what I mean? Without Mbeumo return. But I reckon if Visser does well tomorrow, I reckon Mbeumo will as well.
Yeah, normally when you see Brentford score a goal, you normally think either one of them, Mbeumo or Wisse, is definitely involved. And now over the last few weeks, you also think that Sade could also have been involved. So I've got the trio on roulette. So hopefully that means that when there is goals, hopefully they do score, then I'm in business for some good hauls.
Yeah. Shakir's saying, how do Watkins captainers feel? Guess it's a return, I guess. Emmy and Rodgers coming through as well. Shame Conja scored low. Yeah, I feel all right, mate. I'm the only Watkins captain here. It seems like
you have Conja as well, don't you?
No, I don't. I've got Martinez though.
Ah, that's right. Then.
So, I mean, collectively between the three of them, with Rodgers as well, that's pretty nice. But, I mean, obviously I would have liked more from Watkins. All I seem to get, I think the last 5 game weeks, all I've got from my captain is an assist. Seems to be if I captain someone, they'll just get an assist. But, I mean...
Well, at least you got something.
Let's reflect it the other way around. How are you guys feeling as Watkins owners who didn't captain?
Kind of think I wish I'd just bought in Jamie Vardy. If I'm being honest. I did say that I didn't think there'd be that many goals in that game. And there wasn't. 2 goals is not that many when you think about it.
I feel all right.
Spurs lineup, I thought Villa would smack them, but they didn't.
I feel all right with it because he wasn't a 1-game week signing. Like, I know he looked good this week, but he's got Man United next week. The whole appeal of Vardy is he had 2 games. Not Vardy, Watkins, he's got 2 games. And so for me, like, fair enough, I've taken their hit, but I've got an extra 3 points. And if I'd had 2 players that blanked, and then I've got Watkins and Rodgers in for next week now, and they're playing Man United. You know, Man United, whatever happens on Wednesday night, Man United are not going to be at top form, you wouldn't think.
No.
But then, you know, they could win and then sign off at Old Trafford with a win. And, you know, who knows there. But I'm not disappointed that I've got 3 extra points. Then, you know, I've basically got 1 extra return. Excuse me. And I've got Rodgers and Watkins in my squad for next week. Now, whether I play Rodgers next week, I don't know. Obviously, it'll depend who else, if there's any leaks or who else is, you know, what else is at stake. But I just feel very bleh. You know, it's like, it could have been a disaster. It's always a risk when you take a hit. And I feel like it's all right. It's not good. It's not bad. It's all right.
I mean, as long as you come out with plus points from those 2 transfers, I usually feel good.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, this is it. I mean, you know, but then if Saka scores on Sunday, I'm not going to feel good at all anyway. So I might as well get all the shite feelings over in a wanna, you know.
Yeah.
Although actually now I won't feel too bad because it'll cost the Gladiator 2 clean sheets because he's got Pope in goal as well. So
True.
You know, but Bukayo Saka is still technically on my team because he helps me. So now you've made me think about that. I feel all right about selling him. Although I don't feel good about selling Wissa, though. I didn't want to sell Wissa. I like Wissa. He's done well for me this season.
I wish you'd sold Cunha instead. I feel like Cunha's got less chance of returning than Wissa.
Yeah, but it depends. You just don't know.
Yeah.
Like, and next week, you know, it'll be a lot easier to sell Cunha next week to Evan Ilson than it would be Wissa, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
But obviously we have to see what happens before next week. You know, if I'm in the mud, you know, I might. I'm not if I have enough of a lead, I'm not against taking hits to end up 1 point ahead of the Gladiator at the start of play with the exact same team. You know, I've thrown away the opportunity to free hit his entire team in, but I might still be able to get there with hits. So, you know, we'll take it all down.
I'm just wondering how many people do you reckon do that?
Anyone with common sense. I should have done it. I've absolutely fucked the job. I was 53 points clear with a free hit and a great team. And then I've fucking used a free hit and I've let him right back in. You know, I've bent over the table and spread my cheeks for him. And he's come in with Big Bertie and he's made me feel the pain, like, you know. And now I could have had that free hit. This could have been a nice stress-free game week. If I was 54 points clear this week and I had a free hit next week, there would have been no pressure. There would have been no panic. Now, that potential for it to be Isak versus Pickford for Newcastle's Champions League place and my mini league title, that image is going to haunt me for the next 9 days. And I can't take it. Like, I can't. I'm going to have to take it. I'm going to have to take it like some of them videos Steve I used to watch who now admonishes.
I've got a question for you.
Oh, no.
What would your team have scored if you hadn't have free hitted?
It wouldn't have. It would have been more. I think he would have taken. He would have taken about 3 or 4 points off me, rather than 17. So
Far out.
you know, it's.
That's
But then-
unlucky. That's just,
yeah,
that's just FPL.
But it is, you know, like if I'd been a bit more sensible though, if I'd have gone double Man City defence and I'd got Nathan Collins in defence rather than, but then if I'd have got Nathan Collins in, I wouldn't have had Sharda, and that he got 11 points. So I don't regret that one. But
Yep.
you know, I took Munoz out, took Bowen out, you know. Had Eze in my draft right up until I thought, oh, I can squeeze Salah in here. 16 fucking points he gets. 16 points. You know, fair enough, the Gladiator doesn't have him, but neither do I. I could have had him. But no, I'll keep Cunha instead for his 0 points. You know, it's just hard. It's a hard game. People make out like this game's easy. It's not there. If predicting football was easy, we'd all be millionaires from reaming it off the bookies every week. But we can't. You know, we can't. So we play this game and we try our best, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And today, I'm not sure if it's worked or not.
Lads.
I'd rather have... Sorry.
No, sorry, mate. No, go on. Sorry, I shouldn't have interrupted you. Go on, mate. Do you finish what you say? I'll continue now.
I've lost my train of thought
That's
now,
all right.
Gary.
I just thought we'd have a quick look because nothing seems to be happening in this Chelsea game, the unit. How long have we got left of that?
We've got another half an hour of this piss to watch.
I thought we'd have a look at our teams and give like our
I've just seen George do the biggest simulation I've ever seen. If VAR should actually be able to intervene and say you should book that, but VAR apparently checking for a penalty. It is the biggest dive I've ever seen.
Yeah,
I don't know how VAR is
for
checking
that.
this.
He's going to get booked for
But
that.
it's Man United, so this VAR will probably say it's a penalty. And they are. He's going to the monitor. It's going to be a penalty for Chelsea.
No, it won't be. It surely can't be.
This is
That is disgraceful. What is VAR thinking?
This is the
He
screen.
didn't even touch him.
This is the screenshot of the D units. What the hell is this?
That is a beautiful system.
That's your PC. My brother's got one like that.
That is
my PC,
magnificent.
What is it, like a 450 or something?
No, that's a 490 graphics card.
Is that the latest one? How much of it is
Nah,
the graphics
they've got
card?
the 5 series now, 550 series.
See, mine's 3,000, but it fits in a laptop. So I don't understand how it needs all this to operate a 4,000.
Oh my God, he's going to give a penalty.
He surely
Oh
can.
my God, he's given a penalty for that. Oh no, it's no penalty. What? Hold
Going to
on.
book him. He's surely going to book him.
Hold on. So he gave a penalty, and now he's over. Oh, I thought he'd not given a penalty, and they were sending it to the monitor. That's got to be a yellow card for simulation, or is it a penalty? What's going on here? I don't know. Did he give a penalty originally?
That should
What was
not
the
be a
original?
penalty.
That can't be a penalty, surely.
No, he's already gone down.
So it's either simulation.
No
I think that's
penalty. No
simulation.
penalty. No penalty, he says.
Come on.
Oh, okay. There we go. That's got to be simulation. That has to be a yellow card. How did you get away with not a yellow card for that? It was just a blatant dive.
Shakir's saying TV walked off. If Palmer had bloody scored after I turned that transfer down, that would have ruined my night. So I'm bloody pleased with that.
You're telling me.
I still don't understand how that wasn't. I still don't understand how that wasn't a yellow card. That was the biggest dive I've ever seen.
You know,
He just fell over like a friggin' salmon out of water.
So who dived the unit?
Tyreek George, that bloke that we're all like, who the hell is this bloke? But that was the biggest dive for a penalty I've seen in a long time. I'm surprised he was not booked for that. It was embarrassing how bad that was.
It's pretty scandalous, that, like.
I mean, there's nothing that good that can come from that match, really, is there? Apart from, for us three, apart from the Cucurella clean sheet.
Bloody well is. A Man United win would be fantastic for me, like.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about FPL-wise.
Yeah, Mazraoui's just been booked for United. I'm surprised that Amrin still left all these players on there. I thought at 60 minutes they'd all be coming off, but apparently they're just playing the game out at the moment, which doesn't make much sense to me.
Do you know my best wildcard pick, lads? Was 100% Mr.
Mazraoui.
I'm just impressed you've learned how to pronounce his name.
Well, you know, we learn.
Good old Missouri.
We learn. Yeah. So go on, mate.
No, I was just going to say that was definitely some sort of yellow card for Missouri there.
Missouri.
Maz.
Did you know, I was sitting there earlier in the season when I thought he was going to be a good option. I was like back around like game week 6, game week 7. And I just couldn't spell his name right. Didn't matter how many times I sat there and wrote it out. I had to keep looking back at the FPL app to work out how to spell his bloody name.
Fuck him, I'm getting Dallo instead.
I wonder if FPL content creators do that sometimes. I can't pronounce that guy's name.
I have genuinely signed people because they've got a better picture that I can use on my graphic than alternatives. I have like Dara O'Shea. I got Dara O'Shea because I got a great picture of him. I thought, oh, that'll look good on the graphic. I'll get Dara O'Shea in. And then he got me an assist and a free hit on the blank game week. I couldn't believe it. My favourite 3 points of the season.
Lads,
have you looked at like Jamie Vardy's graphic on FPL? What is his stance in that photo? Like his photo is so different to everyone else's photos in the game.
I'm gonna have to look him up now quickly. Gary,
like
get him up on the telly, Gary.
It looks like they're standing there, and Jamie Vardy looks like he's about to run into a fight.
Do you know Steptoe and Son?
Yes.
It's Jamie Vardy's lookalike.
No, I don't know him. No, sorry.
It's a classic English UK comedy, and I've seen a lot of people say
he does look like he's ready, like.
I don't know.
Are you talking to me?
I don't know. Is that Jamie Vardy and his wife? I'm not saying anything about his wife, you know.
I can see the resemblance.
You haven't taught any of Jamie Vardy's students, have you? I'm not going to get you in trouble with D-Unit.
Nah, I don't believe so.
We could talk about it. You taught, considering how little is happening in the football. You taught. You're right.
Harvey Price.
Yeah.
Does anyone know who Harvey Price is?
Yes.
Tell us. Yeah, you know because you watched his interview.
Hello, you cunt.
He never said that to me, by the way. Just FYI. He saved that I think he saved that for the people he didn't like. But I think he thought I was all right.
Nah.
So it was Katie Price's and Dwight York's.
And Dwight York's kid. Yeah. And I didn't know that. I had no clue that when I went there that I was teaching a celebrity's kid. Really, I had no clues that who this kid was. And my mate Alan, who's quite often shows up on my channel for like deadline streams, he said there, he goes, "Oh, you got a Harvey in your class?" And I was like, "Yeah, I got a Harvey." He's like, "What's his last name?" And he goes, I was like, "I'm pretty sure it's Price." Oh, Ahmad's been booked for diving here.
Oh.
All right. So Ahmed done his left. All right, I'll get back to that story in a second. Ahmed's been booked for less of a dive. Hold on, let me just check that I'm. Okay, nah. Ahmed's was just as bad as Tariq George's, and yet Tariq George did not get booked, but Ahmed got booked. Please explain that. Either way, back to the story. So we were sitting there, and he was like, "Oh, you teach Harvey Price?" I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Oh, that's Katie Price's kid." And I was like, "Who the fuck's that?" I was like, who is that? I've got no clue who Katie Price is. I was like, yeah, and he goes, Katie Price, you know, she was on, what was she on, Love Island or something like that? What was she on?
She's been on lots of things.
She started as a paid free girl, and then she had a song, I think, at some point, and then she got on the reality shows, and then she married Peter Andre. Is he an Aussie?
Yeah.
And then just kept going, you know, like the Big Brother style. Big Brother style, you know, once you're a celebrity, you can never not be one.
Yep, that's it. So, yeah, I had no clues who she was. I was like, yeah, that means nothing to me, mate. And then he goes, do you know Dwight York? I was like, yeah, mate, I know who Dwight York is. He played for Man United. I was like going, he goes, it's his kid as well. I was like, oh, no way. And so, like, I literally went round and I was like, I rung up the boys back home. I was like, all the United fans like me. And I was like going, you're not going to believe who I'm teaching. I'm teaching Dwight York's kid. And, like, they had no idea, like, a bit like me, like, who the fuck's Katie Price? But we all know who Dwight York is. The dude is, like, up there with, like, he just used to love shagging girls, didn't he? Like, he probably has about 50 kids out there that we don't know about.
He's the Boris Johnson of
Harvey's one of them.
I think that might be about to happen, lads, based on the chat. And
I've just seen, oh my God, what a goal, but I have not seen a goal. So even my stream is miles behind.
Shakira's saying she was on I'm a Celebrity and Big Brother 2. Yeah,
Good Korea goal. Come on. Yes, get in. Unbelievable. 15-pointer incoming. D-Unit strikes again. I called it all week. Kukurea goal, 15 points. Get in. I'm awake.
He's awake now.
Unbelievable. I called it.
Well done. Any idea the assist?
I don't even give a shit who got the assist.
Reece James. I've just seen the goal now, and it was Reece James.
Oh, Reece James. The highly lesser seen Reece James.
It's a throwback to when Chelsea's wing backs used to be dangerous on a regular basis a few seasons back. Oh, I'm buzzing for you.
Oh, mate, nice. That was like sitting there. I was like going, you know what I need? I need a Kukurea goal to match the Konza goal. And
that's fantastic.
What a header.
We'll have a look and see how much of a differential is for you as well, mate. You said earlier on he's quite a differential, didn't you?
He is huge for me. Like, that is massive.
He's got a few returns recently, hasn't he?
Yeah, he got a massive return in one of the double game weeks, didn't he? Even though they weren't doubling. Look at that.
Not a lot of people have him, like.
Well, he's not even here. He's not even in my closest owned.
I can't believe it. How good is that? That is unbelievable.
A beautiful goal.
Oh, mate, Peter, I'm the same. I'm like going, I'm sitting there. I was watching this when I saw a goal, and then I saw it was Kukurea. I was like, get in. I was like, mate, I can't deal. I was like, going, it's against my team, but I don't give a shit.
Do you not think, that Garnacho?
Yes.
Do you not think if FPL Harry got some highlights in his hair, they look the same?
Nah.
He reminds me of FPL Harry.
Oh, I should have done it. Should have captained Kukurea just for the lols. I thought that it was like this was a 1-0 win. I called 1-0 Chelsea. Oh, it's 2-0. Oh, no, it's not. He's missed. Tarek Georges. No, Madwake. Madoik, whatever his name is, he's fluffed his lines. Palmer would have had an assist. There was a beautiful ball in, carved Man United's defence apart, and he missed. I can't believe Kukurea scored a goal. Oh, my God.
Kebab fella saying D-Unit called it. What a goal. Peter's saying FPL side of me, Kukurea get in, Man United side of bollocks. I assume Pete you support Man United. Jack says great head to get in, and Cole says phew, I just had to check that I started Kukurea.
For the regular watchers that watch my watch-alongs that are in the chat at the moment, we all know that well, Kukurea has just scored a goal, and that's massive. So there's a shot for that.
That's quite a rare
goal of the Watchalong.
For one of your defenders,
to
score. I mean, that's pretty. That's always pretty special, isn't it? Lovely, lovely. Well, I'm lucky. I've got at least one of my guests for the night has a good week. Oh, he's getting a shot in. Good man, good man.
There's the Kukurea, mate. That goal was well needed.
Oh, cheers him, even though I don't bloody own him. I mean, the good thing is at least he's not. The fact he's not in here means I don't care, because even though I don't own him, he must be like. I mean, I've got 8 and Yuri on there. He must be like 10% owned, maybe.
So each point for Kukurea, this is how much rank he's going to give me. Each point for Kukurea gives me 229 rank.
Wow.
Well, that's just huge. It's like almost 2,500 rank if he gets to 15
At your rank, yeah, that's massive. Probably if you were my rank, that would be like 20,000.
50,000.
Yeah.
I was sitting there like all week. I was like going, Kukurea all week. I was like going, the best defender to buy this week. I was like, he loves a goal and he's playing against Man United who are crap. Like there's so many things here that add up.
Yeah.
And I can't believe that. Like I literally said, even my videos this week, I was like, surely he's on point for like 15 points this week. And at the moment, he's on track for 15 points.
To be honest, there were a lot of people bought him in their free hit draft, and also the wild card. I didn't see it. I didn't see the potential. Well, I saw the potential, but I didn't see why they were doing it with the fixtures. So, is it going a bit mad in the WhatsApp group? No doubt. How are you?
I'm dead.
Do you give a shit about that one, Andrew?
I just noticed that Peter Gaskin agrees with me about FPL, Harry and Garnacho. So what I'm actually doing on the sly is I'm trying to create a photo of them side by side, and then I'm going to send it to you, Gary. What were you saying? Sorry, this is terrible television. I'm meant to be entertaining the audience, and I'm here playing on my computer.
No, Garnacho and FPL Harry.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
I don't
think.
Know what Garnacho.
Well, just wait one moment, and we'll all see together. We can have the debate. And hopefully this isn't the clip of yours that goes the most viral, because I'm a bit worried now.
I remember
feel a bit rude, but only love.
It'll be the one of me just sitting there going Kukurea, celebrating a Kukurea goal against my own club, and just me losing my shit.
There used to be a Daily Mirror. I used to buy a Daily Mirror every day, before the internet became a thing. And they had a thing in there every single week. Players that looked like famous celebrities or something. And I remember one day they had like Ian Dowie and a squashed up potato.
What?
Gosh.
Do you remember Ian Dowie, D-Unit? He used to play for Crystal Palace. Did he play for us?
Oh my God.
He was Alan Shearer's assistant.
So one of the blokes in the WhatsApp group, you're not going to believe this, he has started Konza and Kukurea. So he's currently on track for 30 points from 2 players.
Awesome, mate. Awesome. Who's that? Shout him out, the unit.
The governor. The governor.
He posts a lot in your group, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's someone that watches every video as well. So he's a great bloke. Neto's just had a shot, but it's been saved by Anana pretty comfortably.
I quite fancied Neto this week.
He ain't done much.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah,
right.
It'll be super ironic that I was sitting there because originally someone said on stream when I was doing the deadline, going, maybe you should just transfer out Raya for Sanchez. And ironically, maybe that might have been a better move because Sanchez at the moment is on track for a clean sheet. And I don't know what points he's on, but I'd imagine it's not too bad. Let's have a look at the bonus points as it stands at the moment.
Gary, check your...
I will do, mate.
Twitter inbox. I've sent you this very, very crude image that I've just created. Come on, look at this. Can you not see what I'm on about? Come on, I think they could be brothers. At least cousins.
Well, Garnacho's has got a much higher cheekbones.
Well, Ahmed's had a good shot. Sanchez with a good save to his near post there. It's out for a corner.
Yeah, I can see some resemblance. Tell us in the chat what you think. Please do like and subscribe as well while you're there.
That's a great photo, by
I
the way.
can see some resemblance. It's not exactly
Harry will
screaming.
appreciate that. Harry will appreciate that.
It's not exactly screaming twins to me or brothers.
No, but
removed
do you not
at
think
birth.
that, I think there's similarities. If you got the image of when Reece James put the cross in for Cucurella's goal, Garnacho was like looking exactly like FPL Harry there. So come Wednesday, I might be able to have a better image. And I might even put a few highlights in that picture of FPL Harry's hair to match Garnacho. And we'll see. Who knows? Come back on Wednesday night and see if I can be asked to do this. Or if I'll just give it up because nobody cares.
Lads, right. I'm gonna line one up. And it's gonna be Frank Lampard. I haven't got the skills of Nightmare there.
I've got one for you. If you whack on my face and Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Oh yeah, I know. We'll do that one in a minute. Frank Lampard and a WWE superstar.
Okay.
See if you can guess who I'm going to go for before I've got to find one.
All right, George is off. Bruno's finally gone off for Man United, so Mainoo's coming on, and so is someone else. Heaven's come on, and Shaw's gone off with Bruno Fernandes. So Man United weakening their team. I can't believe they played Bruno Fernandes for 80 minutes and Luke Shaw for 80 minutes. That's just mind-boggling.
Who's sorry, lads, you have to fill in a minute. I'm trying to remember.
I apologise. Like somebody said in the chat, put glasses on Garnacho, and I'm getting distracted. I'm closing my photo editing. I'm closing it. I'm here to provide entertainment on a Friday night. There's people that could be down the pub. They could be talking to the wives. They could be like listening to the football.
They could
and
be
they're
sleeping.
watching me looking at the screen. Like, I owe it to the people to be entertaining, and I've got now left. I've given you it all for the first 2 hours of the show, and now I'm flagging. I need me bed. But I'll keep quiet. See, the problem is there's no drama for me now because my players have played.
See, mine's on 15 points, so I'm loving life at the moment. I just can keep this going.
Right, okay.
Well, you're doing well.
I'm like, can Cucurella get a second? Can he get a second goal?
Could you?
Is that being greedy? The chat, is that being greedy? Me asking for a second goal from Cucurella? Or
Not wrong with being greedy. Better to be greedy than needy.
Yep, yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, even if they concede a goal, he's probably still on for 3 bonus. So who gives a shit?
Oh, yeah.
He's on track for 11 points regardless.
No, he's done well. Like, I wish I had a defender. I wish I brought Conser in now. I feel a bit deflated. But I looked at him and I thought, what's the point in bringing in a defender in game week 37? What's the point? You know,
I was having a foul on Cucurella.
No, he's limping off. Oh no, he's not. He's just playing up.
Lads.
Yeah, he's just playing for the crowd.
Before I share my screen, again, Frank Lampard, a WWE superstar lookalike. Who do you reckon?
I can't think. I watch a lot of wrestling, and I can't for the life of me.
How long ago was the WWE wrestler?
We're talking. I think he's still going now, but I don't know. I haven't watched WWE. He's been going for a long time. He's probably in the Hall of Fame. Probably
just get it up.
Early 2000s, I'm guessing.
Just get it
All
up.
I know is The Undertaker and The Rock, and he doesn't look like either of them, so I've really got no clue.
Look at that similarity. That could be Frank Lampard, the woman from the One Show. Could, you know, he would turn up and she shag him because she basically thinks he's Frank Lampard.
I can kind of see it.
I think Garnacho looks more like FPL Harry than Randy Orton looks like Frank Lampard.
All right, forget about the body.
I think that's quite offensive
body
to
doesn't
Randy
I think
Orton.
Garnacho looks a bit more like Frank Lampard, 100%.
He's got he's okay, right. Frank Lampard on D-Unit's body. That's basically what we have there. Look at that. I reckon that's pretty good. All right, let's try D-Unit and Ruud van Nistelrooy. Any particular age that Ruud van Nistelrooy would be at?
I only know this because whenever I go
the
into
old man version, I think would probably be the.
Whenever I go into the Bishop's Blaze in Manchester, I get people that want to have photos of me because I look like Ruud van Nistelrooy. And when the people that do all the chants, they always go Rudy van Nistelrooy, Van Nistelrooy, Van Nistelrooy.
Chat,
That's how I'm going to look at the end of this game week.
That was me when the Kukurea goal was like, ah!
I'm going to have to go for the piss because I can't stop
Go for
rocking.
it, mate,
I can't concentrate. I feel like I'm getting a urine infection and it's affecting my brain.
Chat, tell us what you think. Come say Frank Lampard and Mankind.
The face is so similar, man. Me and him just look like a lot of things. Maybe the nose is slightly different, but like the actual chin and everything else is pretty similar.
I think you're better looking than him, mate, to be fair. But I can see the general
I'll take that
outline.
He's a bit smaller.
In what way? I'm not gonna. Maybe I should stop questioning it.
Multiple ways.
Anything happening in the game, mate?
Nah, nothing. It's literally getting played out. I feel like Man United, now that they've subbed Bruno off, they've subbed some of the other key players off, are now clearly just like, yeah, we're happy with a 1-0 loss. So, like, in reality, if there's going to be any score in this game, it's probably going to be Chelsea. So I just kind of hope, I'm being really greedy now, and I'm kind of hoping that Kukurea can get a second goal, and then all of a sudden, all those Konza bastards that played Konza, it's kind of good because I was really concerned about Konza's 15-pointer because, like, at my rank, he's a 35% owned, but now I've just had Kukurea deliver the exact same points. Now all of a sudden that doesn't matter, and now I'm looking pretty good. And Buemo has a really good score against Fulham on Sunday. I'm on track probably for a decent green arrow.
So
at the moment I've got 17 points. Well, that's before the 3 gets added for Kukurea's bonus. So I'll be on 20 points from 2 players.
What's your team ID, mate?
Say it again, sorry.
What's your team ID?
Team ID. Hold on. I'll just pull it up on screen so I can tell you. Where are we at? So I'm actually still on a red arrow because so many Villa players have played. I've only had 2 players play. Mine is... All right, so my code is 539...
539...
5196.
You weren't in there very quick with setting your team up.
Yeah.
Right.
I've already pressed green.
You're on a green.
Am I? From 2 players. That's pretty good.
Well,
Holy hell.
15 points.
I mean, that kind of helps. 22 points of a green arrow. Come on, baby.
That's all you can ask for, really.
This is very good news. A green arrow after 2 players played. No captaincy yet. And I've got past the Villa literally not owning many of them. That's pretty damn good.
It's a good start, that.
The thing is for you, mate, I'm learning this. We've only been chatting properly for a few weeks. You're better when you don't play a chip. When you don't play a chip,
I'm much better when I don't play a chip. I play a chip, I'm guaranteed. I'm scared for next week. I'm scared I'm going to cook it. Cook it. But, like, if we go down, so, like, most people have had more players play than me. So if we go down like the stats where it says like how many players in the top 10K have already had, there's going to be most people are going to have more than 2 players played, and a lot of them are going to have their captain already played. So I'm on track for hopefully a decent green arrow with some good differentials as well.
You're only 6 off 5K.
Yeah.
I'll get that.
Yeah, quite possibly if you got that.
Especially with the captain still to come. So it's like, and Sade, as I said, like I'm quite happy to rock triple Brentford attack this week.
Yeah, that's the key thing.
Yeah.
Lost 12 from Aston Villa, but gained 14 from Chelsea. I mean, that Cucurella goal for you is massive. Absolutely massive.
Huge.
Absolutely massive.
Huge.
Absolutely massive.
Just imagine if you got a second, it'd be like in bloody dreamland.
I mean, I wonder how much.
Like my team's pretty differential. Like if you look at my team, like compared to like the template, I've actually tried to deliberately go like way out, and Kukre has just been hacked down by Ucardi. That's fine. Take him off now with 15 points. I'm happy with that.
No, you've done well, though.
Conza's on 15. Bloody hell.
Yeah, Kukre and Konza are matching each other.
And was it Shaq's that had both? Who's that had both of them? I mean, that's pretty massive. If you had both of them, that's...
I know. So the governor, oh my God, I still can't believe he had both of them. Like 30 points from 2 players is unbelievably good.
That is amazing. That is amazing.
7 minutes of injury time in this game. Surprised it's 7 minutes. I don't know what that's about. Oh, that's right. They had their VAR and they went to the monitor and that took about bloody 5 minutes. So that's why I've got 7.
Lads, with the end of the matches approaching, should we have a little talk, just briefly, how are we feeling about the start of the game week? I mean, let me see where I am actually. By the way, for anyone watching, I'm probably going to do. I usually do a live stream by myself on a Saturday. I decided not to do it this week, and D-Unit very kindly agreed to come on, and then because there's no matches tomorrow, and then Nightmare very kindly agreed to come on as well. But I'm probably going to do it on a Monday night because I want to do one for the end. It'd be my last one for the end of the season, and then we've got a preview with Andrew, Steve-O, and Trigger on Wednesday.
Who plays on Monday night, Gary?
I think it's Liverpool.
Yeah, Liverpool, Brighton.
Yeah.
They play Monday night.
Yeah.
No, that's Sunday night. They play Sunday night. Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, my bad. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, ignore me. I'm an idiot.
And then we've got Crystal Palace and City playing on Thursday, is it? Or Wednesday?
Tuesday.
It's only Tuesday. Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to do a reaction stream so you can see how I get on. But at the minute, my chase at the top 100k, which I know is nowhere near as well.
You're only 3 points off.
Sorry?
You're only 3 points off.
Only 3 points off, so I'm pretty happy with today. But I've still got a decent amount of players to play. Nightmare, do you want to have a look at your team?
No, I need to go.
All right, mate, no worries.
Go on. I want to see
my team. My 2628. If you want to put it on, but
right,
while you're loading that up, I'll say my goodbyes because I do need to go. My wife will be home in a minute. And
thank you so much for coming on, mate.
To be honest, I've been absolutely flagging for about 45 minutes ever since that Aston Villa match finished. Normally, if you watch me live stream, I normally have like a great big vat of coffee, and then after about an hour, I drink the whole thing, and then I've got enough energy to get to the end.
And
I didn't have it there.
I really appreciate it, mate. This has been an experience for me as well. But you
show me team. Let me take my medicine before I go.
I got to chuck a piss. I can't hold it any longer.
I'll wait for you to get back. Who will return first? D-Unit or my wife? Place your bets now.
We try and do everything once, don't we? You know what I mean?
No, I feel like I've let the side down a bit this last half an hour or so. I'm very tired.
Mate. Not at all. You've been brilliant. You've been awesome.
This was a very last minute thing, and normally I spend all day preparing myself. And
give Andrew some love in the chat and go and check his channel out and subscribe, please.
No love in the chat. Go and subscribe, and then get your pals to subscribe, and then My target was 200,000 subscribers by the end of the season. I'm 199,965 off or something after. Nah, I appreciate all the support. I appreciate even the criticism if people are respectful. I don't mind that. And I appreciate the laughs. I come on live streams for laughs, and then you come to my channel for the misery where I am the joke. But so yeah, this is my team. I think it looks quite good. Dan Burn is obviously the big risk. I'm happy with Isaac. Big Dan Burn. I'm happy with Isaac. I'm happy with Umbumo captain. You know, the rest is by the by. I think if we pull level with the Gladiator, if it dead even, I'll be happy. Me and the Gladiator score the exact same, I'll be happy. You know, if I've got that, I just want that lead going into the last game week, just to, because anything can happen in game week 38. You know, chaos abound. You know, and anything can happen, and I just want that little gap, that cushion. But you know, even if he somehow overhauls me this in game week 37, and I go in as the underdog. Like, I would have taken that at the start of the season. If somebody said to me, game week 38, you'll be like 10 points off the top. And you'll
Cole Palmer's just been booked.
Hey!
I would have taken it. Like, so I can't, whatever happens, I can't complain. It's been a hell of a ride this season. And it's, you know, probably been better for the viewers that I've kind of fucked it all up in the last 6 weeks or something. But no, I'm going to go now because my wife will be home in a minute. Thank you for having me on, Gary.
Cheers for joining, Andrew.
Thank you for being a very fun D-Unit. You've lived up to the
Andrew.
hype. You've lived up to the hype.
You've got to come on next Sunday. If you're not doing anything else, you can kick the wife out for a couple of hours. You're on.
I just can't face it. Can you imagine? Do you know what's worse than the potential virality of the clip of me getting my heart broken by Jordan Pickford saving an Isaac penalty? The only thing worse will be that happening on somebody else's channel and them getting all the views from it.
You know what the thing is that we could have the complete polar opposites. We could have me celebrating as my free hit draft comes in and I finish inside the top 1K, and then we have Andrew sitting there just falling apart as his dream just evaporates live on air.
Oh man. Maybe we'll see. We'll see. I'm saying nothing. Like, you know, I'll just have to see. I'm just taking it. I'm just trying to get to bedtime each day at the minute. Like, it's one day at a time. Sometimes it's just about getting to the next hour. I'm going to have to go to a meeting in the morning just to keep me going. Like,
it's brilliant.
I might even end up at the doctor's on Monday and asking for some tablets because I'm struggling. Like, I take it all far too seriously. And I'm just looking forward to the end of the season where next year I can leave my mini league and never have to deal with this stress again. This is worse than if I was going for world number one. It would feel less stressful than getting caught by my mates. Like, what can you do?
Cole Palmer's in here. He's paid someone in. So whoever this idiot is, number 27, he's fallen over. He is a sack of shit.
Go on, number 27.
I have no idea who that is, but he's a sack of shit. He went looking for the dive, and he flailed in the ocean like a fish out of water.
There are 90 plus 9 minutes. How many minutes of stoppage time are there?
Mate, we're still going. We're past the allotted injury time. All I know is that they should be blowing the bloody whistle. Oh, hold on. What's going on here? Oh, there's a streaker on the field. It's been rugby tackled to the ground. It's been mauled.
Get on.
What is going on? He's been annihilated on the field by the security. He's been brutalised. It's like he's been rugby tackled. He's been hit in half.
Oh, get on.
I was like, what's going on? The security running in as the ball's going up for a clear. I was like, what's going on?
It's on my screen now. Oh, that is a hit. John Olomu would have been proud of that.
I mean,
it was like me just running up to someone and just like hurling themselves right at their body and just ka-donk.
You'd have to be pretty crazy to streak at a football match. I don't know anyone who's done that.
Maybe he thought they were going to score a goal. I'm not sure. It was just all a bit odd.
Nightmare, do you want to share the story?
No, there's not time. If you want to know my story of being a streaker, go and check out my interview with Gary on the FPL Beer channel. But right, I can hear the gate. I'm going to have to go. Thank you for having me.
See you, mate.
I appreciate it.
Cheers for joining me.
Well.
Cheers for so much going on, mate.
Chelsea have won 1-0. The game is officially over after the streaker has come on.
So FPL Nightmare is streaked once when I think he was 18, a non-league match, and it got in all the papers. Apparently, he's got the only video on it. If you go back and listen to my interview with FPL Nightmare, he talks about it in that, and I'm guessing it's probably also in his books as well.
That's hilarious. So was he completely starkers, or was he like just
I'm
like
guessing
in
so. I haven't, as much as I love Andrew, I don't really want to see him naked. So I can't say I've gone up and looked it up, but D-Unit, I'm gonna have to go pretty quickly as well. This has been a long stream. I didn't realise how long these. It's different when you're not like talking about the normal stuff. You got to constantly think of stuff, haven't you, to like chat about and that.
I still can't believe Kukra scored a goal, man. I called that all week and it came in.
Just have
I'm actually disbelief. When it was a bit like when Andy called like the SAR penalty save. I put that on a par of that, but like this got me 15 points.
That's awesome. You've had a brilliant start to the game week, mate. I mean, I'm fairly happy.
So I'm pretty happy.
I'm fairly happy.
Yeah, you should be happy. You've had a good start as well.
Well, particularly
inside the top 100. Yeah.
Dude,
and a Palmer yellow card as well, like 2 points.
Dude, I'm going to end the stream pretty quickly because I need to go to the toilet.
All good. No problems at all. I probably need to do the same too.
Anything you want to say before we want to go? So, D-Unit's channel is amazing. Very different approaches we talked about. The most refreshing content creator, as a lot of people said, in FPL this season. And your interview's going to be coming out on Tuesday. So
make sure you watch it, guys.
Yeah, we got into a lot of stories in that. And what else am I going to plug? I'll probably do a reaction stream on Monday night. I'm going to probably make sure it's by myself this time so I can interact with the chat a bit. And then game week 38, I'm on your... That's going to be massive.
Yes. Gary is joining me, guys, for an FPL Sunday night free hit watch-along. Gary's not on free hit, but the D-Unit is on free hit. Hoping to place that 1K in.
Yeah, so that's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to that. Did Steve captain Palmer? I don't know, Cum.
No, he went for Mbuemo. He captained Mbuemo. I remember reading in the chat.
Okay, cool. All right, thank you so much for watching, everyone. Please subscribe to D-Unit's channel. Please join me
subscribe
on
to Gary's as well.
Yep, subscribe to mine if you haven't already. And thank you so much for getting me up to 900. I didn't actually believe that would happen beforehand, so that's bloody awesome.
I told you it would.
And have a good game week, everyone. See you later.